Alright. So, small mishap last night. I was just standing here AFK while I went to bed next to my Ender Lily, and somehow it looks like a creeper came and blew it up. I'm not 100% sure. I was standing here and I started getting attacked by a zombie. So I just quickly flew up and landed over on the roof of my building, and I came back this morning, and there's a big hole in the ground, and my Ender Lily's gone. So that really pisses me off. We're gonna have to find another way to get Ender Pearls. I'm gonna use these two. I only have 3 Ender Pearls, but I'm gonna use these 2 to find the stronghold. So at least we know where it's at. I need... What do you need to make a... Hold on. Eye of Ender. You need Blaze, right? Yeah. So grab a couple of Blaze. Okay. Bam, so we have 2 Eyes of Ender. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come right here. We're gonna start at 1,000. Okay. We've got our thing over here. Initial X is, let's see, negative 1776, 1,000. Alright. How do I do this? Okay. And take one of these and throw it. Right here. Hold on, so it was right here. Oh, I'm gonna lag. I'm gonna have to restart my game. Shouldn't leave it running all night. Let's see what it is. Negative 1769. And 1,010. Okay. Add measurement. Okay. Now we have to go like pretty far away. Take a nap here real quick. I forgot that these don't get used up. I was thinking they get used up. Yeah. We're moving into about 2,500 here. We're gonna go to at least 2,500 here. Guy, what are you doing? What is this? Pretty cool. Jungle Hills. Gosh, this jungle's not be thrown in the jungle here. Go down here. Alright, so let's start right here. We'll do this negative 2562. 1164. And let's throw that. Check right about here. Okay, so this is negative 2549. And 1166. Right? 66, okay. Add measurement. Look for a stronghold near negative 1552. 1319. So let's see, that's this way. What? Okay. Yeah, it's this way. So this is my initial. That's this one. So that okay. It's southeast of my base. I don't think I've seen the desert yet. Still haven't seen the desert. Yeah. Oh, what is it? 15? Oh. 1319, so it should be right about here. Keep heading straight east from here. This thicket, man. I hate these thickets. They're so annoying with all the fucking trees and shit. This is an annoying place to try to run over. What is that? That's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, let me see, what are these guns here? It's Minecraft stone. What the hell is this? Spencer. I'll take those. Ooh, Jailer Safari Net, nice. I don't care about that. I'll take it anyway. A Jailer Safari Net, that's reusable too, right? Oh my god. Fucking computer. Going on to negative 15. Negative 1552. It should be down here. So should I just dig down? I'll just dig down. Throw this ender pearl. So right here. Go down here. Spooky. so bad though. What's the deuce down here? Hit him in the foot. Trying to eat. Where? Dude, my FPS is fucking ragged, dude. Grab it. What the hell, a cave system down here, man? There's a meteorite. Dude, I need to restart this game. It's so fucking laggy. I want to finish exploring this cave, but holy shit. Okay, let's go back here. I need to restart this game. This is ridiculous. Okay. Right. so laggy. What I'm hoping is there's a chest in the stronghold that has a bunch of ender pearls in it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So, behind me, I have this molecular transformer going. I have turned off our mass fabricator. You can do that just simply by providing a redstone signal to it. So yeah, I turned this off. I turned off all of our recyclers so they're not doing anything. Actually, I did not turn them off. I just disconnected the pipe that's feeding them cobblestone from down below, so they have nothing to recycle. So the reason why I've done all this is because I wanted to put all of the power, all the EU power that we are currently making into our molecular transformer. So we have the 4 MFSUs down below that's providing this to 8,192 EU per tick. Yeah. So anyway, we wanted to make a lot of Cenarium. The reason why I want to make the Cenarium from our glowstone is because I want to look at making solar panels for EU power production. I think we're going to move a good portion of this stuff to our quarry dimension at some point later on. I don't think we're going to do that today, actually, but I wanted to get this thing prepared. So yeah, we have plenty of the iridium reinforced, or is it reinforced plates? The iridium plates. These things. Yeah, we almost have 1,000. Yeah, it is reinforced. We almost have 1,000 of these. I'd like to put these into solar panels, and then use those solar panels to make more UU matter, to power the mass fabricator and the replicator and all these things. Eventually, we will make a UU matter world. I think we talked about that way earlier on when I first started doing the mass fabricator. In fact, I have this drum up here with 1,028 buckets of UU matter that just chilling, waiting for us to make that UU matter dimlet. But yeah, this is stuff that's going to be in the future, not right now. But speaking about making our own dimlets, I did want to make a dimlet out of the draconium ore, and I have never made a material dimlet before. I've only made a liquid dimlet previously. So we were waiting on getting that ore from our quarry. We have collected 149 of these draconium ores. Well, not really 149. We had 32 in there, but we've collected up to this amount now. So yeah, we definitely can look at making a material dimlet. That's going to be pretty awesome. Let's see, the other things, our emerald supply is up over 1,000 emerald ores now. Yeah, we don't have to worry about emeralds ever again. 48 dense emerald ore. Yeah, definitely a good way to collect emeralds is by making a quarry dimension out of that Extreme Hills Plus biome. Alternatively, we could have just made it out of the Mushroom Island and then put like emerald tendrils or something in there. But yeah, anyway, Mushroom Island, so no monsters will spawn. That's the only problem I've seen so far with our current dimension, is that there are monsters spawning there. Okay, so speaking about our quarry world, we were kind of talking about making it the solar world before. I want to use that dimension editor. So we do have the weather. We have collected a few of these ones, but we do have the one that says no rain. I didn't realize this before. I'm not sure why I didn't put that in there to start with. But I do want to put a no rain dimlet into our current quarry world, so we're not getting any more weather there. So we could do like no thunder. What else do we have? Light thunder? Yeah, I don't want any of these things in there. There's no reason to. I don't know why you'd want to. Maybe lightning rod would be the only reason you'd want thunder. I don't really know why. Yeah, we could do light rain, weather default. I think that's the one we put in there. I can't even remember if we did or not. But anyway, let's use our dimension editor. Let's try this out and see how this thing works. Yeah, dimension editor. Yeah, I built this thing because I wasn't sure if we needed it or not. I thought we could disassemble our current dimension, but no, that's not how this thing works. So let's grab our realized dimension tab. This thing is still powered and it'll be powered for a while. And even though we have a quarry running in there, I don't think that stops if this thing unpowers. It's just we need it powered for us to be there. So anyway, let's go ahead and stick this over here in our dimension editor. And we'll put this no rain dimlet like so. This should change the amount of, or I guess the maintenance cost. It's 11.8k RF per tick, and now it's 11.9. So I didn't really change it that much. Just 100 RF per tick more with no rain. Okay, so cool. So that takes care of that problem. So this dimension should now always be daytime sunny. Let's go check it out. Yeah, this dimension should always be daytime and sunny. Now, I was also looking at our Wyvern flux capacitor. Let me go and turn this thing off so it's inactive. So yeah, if we hover in this dimension, we should see that our solar helmet is gaining power. So solar does in fact work here. I was kind of worried that they would have disabled that somehow or whatever, but yeah. So we should always have an always day dimension now. This is our quarry world. Yep, this will be pretty cool. I like that. Let me go and turn this thing back on. Hotbar and held item. Cool. So eventually we will put some solar panels here for EU power production. Probably move our replicators and all that stuff over there. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Okay, so what I want to work on, like I was talking about before, I want to start looking at the draconic and making a dimension full of this stuff. Yeah, we needed, I think it's 128, so 2 stacks of the draconium ore should do it. Yeah, we need, oh man, what are the machines we need to do this? Well, first of all, we need a material absorber. This thing right here. Place this block on top of another block and it will gradually absorb all identical blocks in the area. You can use the end result in the Dimlet workbench. Okay, so we're gonna make one of these. This requires a machine frame resonant, and I did go ahead and I made a bunch of those the last time we ran out. So there's one of these guys, and there's our material absorber. Now, like I said, I've never done this before, so we're gonna figure out how this thing works. So if I just stick one, actually, you know what? Let's do like a 3x3 area, and we'll stick this in the center.
Oh shit.
That was fast. I thought it was gonna take a minute. Guess not. Okay, well, how fast or how far away does this work? I guess it just finds the ones that are connected. It said nearby. Yeah, this is 15% complete. Cool. So anyway, let me go ahead and get this done. I guess I will use the builder's wand or whatever. I'll extend this out a bit. Yep, we'll go ahead and get this thing 100%. We'll check out the Dimlet workbench.
There we are.
Now, if I remember correctly, we need to infuse machines to make them use less power. And I believe in order to infuse those machines, you needed 4 stacks of these dimensional shards. At least this is the way it was the last time I messed with this, and this has been many months, so I'm kind of remembering. But the reason why I was doing this is because I was looking at this Dimlet workbench that I made, and we click in here, and there's open manual, and it goes to here, and it talks about deconstructing. There's a 40% chance for every part that you get nothing. To avoid this, it's recommended that you infuse a workbench. A maximum infused workbench will guarantee that you get all parts back. So this is what I was reading. So I decided to make myself the machine infuser. And yeah, it says, actually, where was it? Infusing bonus, reduced power consumption. I guess every machine when you infuse gives a different bonus. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, we definitely wanted that machine infused so we get all of our parts back. So let's go ahead, exotic miner. See, let's go ahead, we'll get some of these dimensional shards. Oh my goodness, I forgot the XP. All right. Oh, I guess I got too much stuff on me. Let me go ahead and drop some of these off. Yeah, we gotta wait for that XP to go away. There we go. All right, so no more sounds. I'll just put a few stacks away. All right, yeah, we don't need any more of this. Okay, cool. So machine infuser, this is like the first thing that we need to do right now is we are going to set this thing up just so we can infuse Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember how this all works, and it only's got one spot for one stack. All right. So put this here. We'll put a stack in here. How quickly does this go? Oh, it goes rather quickly. Can we put these into like blocks or something? Would that go faster? I'm not sure. The icon just shows like the dimensional shard icon. Yeah, I don't think there is a way to do that. But anyway, we got plenty of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and 100% infuse this dimlet workbench. We'll look at deconstructing some dimlets and putting together our own dimlet with the draconium ore, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, well I got all of my machines infused now. In fact, I made another machine infuser to infuse a machine infuser to see if that would make it go any faster or whatever, because on the tooltip for this thing it says infusing it reduced power consumption, so I assumed it'd probably just go faster using the same amount of power or whatever. No, it just uses less power, I guess. I don't really see a difference in the speed or anything, but yeah, I made another one. I infused it 100%. We got our dimlet workbench infused 100%.
Hello?
I did the matter receiver, the dimension editor, the dimension builder. That's how that power number changing. It's got me worried.
I don't know who that is.
The dialing device and the matter transmitter here. These are all infused 100%. You cannot infuse a dimension inscriber, so I did not infuse it. So anyway,
come on, dude.
We got all that stuff done. So I made the dimlet workbench over here, got it 100% infused. So now we're gonna try disassembling an effect resistance 3 dimlet. This is a rarity 6, and I'm never gonna use resistance 3. What we want out of here is like the memory and the power module and the rarity, I guess the controller. Anyway, let's go ahead and stick this in here and we will do extract. How long does this take? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. So there's a control circuit. Now I think we matched the pictures, right? So this one looks like this. Advanced energy module. Yeah, you need this for rarity 4 and higher, I think is what that said. So anyway, we'll put this one right here.
Okay.
Advanced memory, same thing. Dimlet effect type controller. No, we don't want effects. Okay, so we're gonna have to find a different controller for this. And then the dimlet base part, I assume that's what this is. Okay, so we need some kind of a material. All right, so I think 4, 5, or 6 material would be what we want. So let's do a rarity 4. Actually, I'm not sure. Do we need a rarity 4 material? Anyway, we got a bunch of this one, for instance. So let's take apart this block of iron 1. That's one we'll never use anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So block of iron, we'll stick it right here and extract. Yeah, we need the material guy that goes right here. Yeah, we have 6. We don't need that. We don't need that. Dimlet material type controller. Yeah, this is what we need. I assume that goes right here. It's got a question mark, so I'm not 100% sure. And then we need a spot for the material. And that goes right there. There we go. Material, draconium, or dimlet. Awesome. Dimlet master. Yeah. So this thing says it requires 100,000 RF per tick to maintain, which is kind of a lot and might be kind of a problem at this point in time, since this thing right here, these can only input and output 32,000 RF per tick, which means, yep, we only have, what is that, 9,000, 9,600, 96,000 RF per tick maximum coming through our power cells. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to keep this going for much, or for very long at all. It requires 200,000 RF per tick to create, and then to maintain 100,000. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess that's something I'm going to have to think about. I guess I could add in more resonant energy cells along the side. We could bump this up a little bit so we can have, what is that, 64,000 more RF per tick coming through. I could change this so it's shorter and just, you know, source some of these and move them over here so they're all touching that same power line. Our reactor, I think we saw, was making 132,000 RF per tick. Now another thing, our dimension builder over here, yeah, we went ahead and infused this, and it says it reduces power consumption and faster dimension creation speed. However, that reduced power consumption might be only when it's trying to create a dimension, because our quarry dimension, for instance, the maintenance cost didn't change at all. So I don't know how that works really. So yeah, this is something I'm gonna have to figure out. We need to get more power if we're gonna make a dimension with the draconium ore, and depending on what kind of like a feature or terrain generation we use, it's gonna be way more than 100,000 RF per tick to keep this going. Okay, well, let's figure that out and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I got all the bits and pieces together in our dimension inscriber to make our new dimension that's gonna have draconium ore
library.
Pyramids. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I don't think I've ever used pyramids before, and I thought that'd be kind of cool. So we're gonna do a single biome flat that's desert. So I thought that'd be pretty interesting. A flat desert with pyramids. Yeah, it makes sense. So anyway, let's go ahead and store all of these different things. Oh, let me go through these so you guys know what we're doing here. Material default, liquid default, and then we're doing a flat. Yeah, just terrain flat. Biome desert, controller single, sky, body large planet. I thought we would try that. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Sky body large sun. Dark purple sky, draconium ore pyramids. Then we're doing no rain for the weather, and then actually I guess that doesn't really matter since it's a desert. But anyway, whatever. We'll just leave it. And then effect none, books. Time noon. So it's always noon. Shouldn't get any additional effects. Yep. Anyway, let's go ahead and store all of those onto this. And it's gonna cost almost 300,000 RF per tick to create the dimension. Yeah, that's kind of pricey. And then it's gonna be 140,000 RF per tick to maintain it. So first thing I want to see, can we put this in here? Will this thing even start creating the dimension? I know it's gonna require a lot of power, but like, will it just create it slower? Or will it just be like, no, we can't create it? Okay, so it is creating it. One thing I do remember about the dimension builder, you can only put in like 40,000 RF per side, I think is what it was limited to. So I just made myself a new test rack here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna set this to energy mode receive only. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, and we are going to draw power directly from the big reactor. Yeah, normally that's the channel that feeds over into the battery. So we are going to do this and just feed power in relics. So it's from 4 different sides, from below and then from the top and the sides over here. So yeah, oh, and it is gaining power. It is gaining power. Okay, so that's what I wanted to see. That is doing what we wanted it to do. So that's awesome. Our big reactor is pumping enough power right now to fill this up. And so we are able to create this. And it might be because I infused this machine that's not actually taking the 286,000 RF per tick. I don't know. But anyway, let's wait for this thing to create and let's see how we're doing on power afterwards, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, well this thing is definitely gaining power, so I think it is safe to go. But I was just looking a second ago, and yeah, we are drawing a lot of power from our resonant energy cells, so we won't be able to be there for indefinite. Anyway, I want to go while this thing is powering up, and we do have power to maintain this. So let us dial to, I guess I never named this, did I? Anyway, we'll go and dial to number 5 here, and I'll make sure to set my little thingy. Yeah, the plutonium dimension. Let's go ahead and stick that in the ender pouch just in case something happens. I guess I have a chest here. Yeah, all right. I think we're good. Let's go. Let's check out a flat desert with draconium pyramids. Oh man, check it out. So how far does this go? Is it, oh, it's just, that's not very thick at all, is it? Okay, well, while we are here, like I said, we don't have much time, so I'm going to go ahead and just mine out as much of this stuff as I can. Yeah, I think what I'd like to do is get like a quarry or something here. That way we can depower the dimension. We don't have to worry about it, and our quarry should be able to handle, you know, collecting all the stuff. But yeah, this is really good. This is way better than going to the end and trying to find a meteor. Yeah, we'll definitely have all of the draconium ore that we could possibly want. But like I said, yeah, we got to be quick about this. What I'll probably do is depower the dimension, let our batteries all fill back up, and then come back here and do this again. I guess I'll just have to figure out, yeah, what I want to do. But for now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and collect as much of this stuff as I possibly can while we got power, and we'll be back, guys. So I was able to take down 2 of those pyramids, and it seems like each one of those has about 8 or 9 stacks of the draconium ore in it. So I put all that back in the system here, and we now have, I guess, 1,147 of this stuff. Yeah, that is quite a few stacks of these ores. So the next thing that I need to do, obviously, is go through and fortune all of this stuff, and then take them and smelt them, get them into the ingots, and then we will be able to look at some of the other stuff from Draconic Evolution a little bit later. I don't think we're going to do that today. But yeah, I do want to make some of these different items like the pickaxes and all these different tools. And I would like to get the Draconic Staff of Power. We might look at doing that next episode. I don't know. I guess I should look and see how much all of this... you know, it requires a lot of this pure mana, doesn't it? Okay, so that's going to take a minute for me to do that. We might look at this sometime soon. I definitely want to start making these tools, though. So maybe next episode we'll look at the tier 1 versions. I don't know. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and move on to something else. So last episode, we were messing around with this carpenter, and we set this thing up to automatically make these scented panelings. Well, it has since gone through an entire barrel of... can I point at this? Yeah, an entire drum of the honey. In fact, it went through one full one, one partial one, and part of this one. So we went through quite a lot of honey, making all the different scented panels. Cool. We also basically went through all of the different wax that we had. I think we had about 63 wax left when I finally caught it and stopped it. So,
so we got all the books.
Yeah, okay, so we've collected just a little bit more. I went and I grabbed all of our rocky combs. The combs that we're making right now from the Industrious and the Imperial bees don't appear to be making any beeswax at all. So that's kind of a problem. We have to set up other bees to make combs, to get that wax, to make more alveary stuff in the future. Anyway, the alveary blocks, yeah, impregnated casings and the scented panelings. I did make enough of these impregnated casings, I think, for 3 full alvearies. I think we should have all the scented panelings too. So let's go ahead and create as many as we can. So it is, I do believe it's 27 per. 27. No, we are 1 alveary block short. I guess I needed 4 more scented panelings. Oh well, we can go ahead and do that some other time. So we have the alveary blocks now. Now this is a multi-block structure. You have to place them in a 3x3, 3 blocks tall, and then have a layer of slabs on top, so 9 slabs. Let us go ahead and make some slabs real quick. Okay, we'll do this. So that should be enough for 2. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to set up 2 alvearies. Now, I was talking about previously that we could put in like all sorts of frames and fill those up full of the soul frames to get 100% chance of mutation. There's actually a mutator block. It's not listed here. This thing right here. This is made from an alveary block plus 2 gold and 2 diamond electron tubes. I'd forgotten about this thing. So anyway, this turns an alveary, or I guess it is an additional multi-block part of an alveary, and this you can put in different items to increase the chance of a mutation. Another star makes it a 100% chance for every single bee. This is what I want. So we're gonna make one of these things. So we have 1 alveary that's set up for mutations, and we're gonna have another one set up for like production speed, I think. I want one of these in the nether, because I'm pretty sure some of the bees you can only mutate in certain biomes, and the nether is one of those. So anyway, we'll probably set that up inside our nether portal area right here. That's just that square room. So yeah, let me go ahead and set one of these things up real quick. Actually, we should just do it right here and check it out. So 3x3. Just like so. Kind of get a little bit of lag when you place these blocks. I've noticed in the past, it kind of feels like it's still doing that a little bit right now. Okay, so 3x3 like this, and then you just put the slabs on top. And it takes a minute for these, for whatever reason, to recognize, hey, I'm a multi-block structure. Let's turn into what I'm supposed to be. Yeah, there we go. Now it recognizes it's the multi-block, and we can right-click on this thing. There is no frame spot, because, like I said, you can replace these blocks with frame housings. Yep, that's how you do that. One of these blocks we can go ahead and remove and replace with a mutator block. And when you right click on this, it does have an inventory. So it says possible mutagens, and it shows these different ones, but as far as I remember, you could put in another star. Maybe this has been changed? Maybe. Anyway, I guess I'll have to I'll have to go through some of the wikis and some of the stuff like that and figure out if this is in fact Still a thing where you can put nether stars in to get your mutations 100% of the time. But yeah, let me go ahead and do a little bit more research on this. We'll move this over to the B area and start using it for real, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so we're going to try an experiment here. We have an alveary set up, and I made 6 frame housings. Yep, and I have a chocolate frame in each one of these. So this decreases the life of the bee and increases its production. We only care about decreasing its life. We want the bee to die as quick as possible. Now, the mutator here says it only uses Eye of Ender, Soul Sand, and Ender Pearl. Yep, I checked the wiki, the latest one from Benny, who makes this mod, and that's what's listed on the wiki as well. I know in the past we're able to use nether stars. It lets me put one in there. I don't know. I guess it let me put anything in there. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to try this, though, but we might end up having to use the Eye of Enders instead. Those are supposed to increase the mutation chance by 300%. This was supposed to be a guaranteed in the past. Obviously, the mod's changed since I last used it, but we're going to experiment. So we need an industrious bee. Hopefully I can find one here, actually. I should have... Oh, here we go. Let us turn this off. Yeah, we'll wait for this bee to die. We'll use the industrious princess that gets killed off over here with a common. This is supposed to turn into a Ferris bee if the mutation goes according to plan. So yeah, let me wait for that to die off. We'll stick it over here and see what happens. So with the 6 chocolate frames in there, you can kind of see how big of a life that takes away every single tick of this bee. It did make 1 pollen, so that's pretty cool. I did check, and the nether star was still in there, so I assume that gets removed when the bee dies off. At that point, it makes the calculation if it should mutate or not, and then it uses the item in there. But again, we're going to find out if that actually uses the nether star and makes the mutation, or just doesn't use it at all since it's not listed. But anyway, let's wait for this bee to die off. Okay, so the bee died. It did not mutate. We're all commons, and it did not use the nether star. Okay, or I guess it did. Yeah, the nether star is not there. It was a ghost item, so it used it, and it does not, you know, make the mutation happen. So this is good to know. So we do need to use the Eyes of Ender going forward. So that's what I'm going to put in there, and then I guess we could probably swap these chocolate frames. Yeah, we could probably swap those all out for the soul frames, which increase the chance of mutation as well. Okay, there's a few more things that I'll have to figure out on my own with these to, you know, come up with the best setup. So let me go ahead and do a few more things off camera here, and we'll be back, guys.
I ain't playing.
Aha! So this particular bee, I forgot to write down it needed a specific thing in order for this mutation to happen. Yeah, if you go into NEI and you search for the Ferris bee, you can see that's a common bee and industrious drone. You need those 2 in order to make the Ferris. Yeah, well, if you hover right here where it has the red text and says it's 12% chance of the mutation, it says it requires a foundation of block of iron. Yes. So even though this screen doesn't show it, it does show it right here in the bee breeding NEI. Right. So anyway, what I had to do was come down here and place some iron blocks underneath that. Yeah, I required that for the mutation. So I did try this again with the blocks of iron underneath and another star, and it does not work anymore. So it does in fact appear that the Eye of Ender, Soul Sand, and Ender Pearl are the only ones that are gonna work for the mutator block. The way I have this set up right now and the way that mutation worked is I had the Eye of Ender in there, and I removed all of the frames from these housings, except for this one. I put an Oblivion frame in here. This kills the bee off in 1 tick, so it's super quick to try and do those mutations. Now, the problem is we are running out of Oblivion frames. This is the second one we had. We've only had 2, and the durability is halfway gone. We can make these things. There is a way to make the Oblivion frames by doing the Essence of Scornful Oblivion plus a Proven frame, and to get that you need like all of this stuff, Soulful Wax, so we need to be at a certain spot in bees in order to get the Soulful ones, which comes from, I guess, some of these different magic bees. Anyway, we don't have that stuff yet. It also requires a Dragon Egg to get this guy. So I've also heard that you can use an item from Thaumic Tinkerer called a Thaumic Restorer, this thing right here. So a Thaumic Restorer, this is like kind of expensive. This is very high. We need a Thaumium block. Actually, all of this stuff isn't that expensive, is it? No, this is not expensive at all. So we need all of this stuff in an infusion altar, which we haven't started messing with at all to make this guy. But apparently the Thaumic Restorer uses some magical aspect. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but you can put items in there and it will restore its damage bar. So we can completely repair this Oblivion frame using that thing. So that is one thing that we could do. Probably something I'm going to want to do before I run out of this thing completely. Yeah, until we get all the magic bees set up where we're making that magic wax. Yeah, it's something else. So anyway, I might end up making some more of these frame housings and just filling these all up full of the chocolate frames.
Oh, so what was
I think it doesn't
horn?
really matter how many you put in there. All of like the extra
Horn of the Wild
damage that it does to the bee every tick stacks. I think so. Anyway, that's something I'll figure out on my own. Yeah,
God.
definitely we need to find a way to kill the bees off quicker than the Oblivion frame, which, like I said, isn't going to last much longer because of that durability. Cool. Well, guys, you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the episode up here for today. Talk slower. Enunciate your words. Yeah, we're going to wrap the episode up here for today. Yeah, that draconic world, that is pretty cool. We saw how to make our own dimlets.
Let's get into Botania.
So it's going to be practically the same thing for making a UU Matter world. That's definitely something I'm looking forward to doing. Now that we have a lot of that draconic ore, or draconium ore, whatever it is, yeah, we can start looking at making the crazy draconic evolution power storage system. That is what I'm really interested in doing. Right now, we're waiting for our batteries to charge back up. I'll go back into that world, mine out a few more of those pyramids, and I'll just keep doing that over and over again until we have enough of the draconic ore to get a decent size one of those power storage things set up. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I have to make a petal apothecary and put... How does this work? Hold on, this guy do Botania at all?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Feed the Beast Infinity.
Okay, so I know I need this. I need the petal apothecary. Okay, so let's make this. I'm still getting like FPS like crazy right now. Let's see, I need 2 cobblestone slabs. I need a cauldron. I might have a cauldron. I have a cauldron. Nice. I need a mystical petal. I assume I could just use any of these. I'll take a yellow one. Or orange, whatever that is. And then some double compressed cobble. So how much cobble is that? We need 3 times. Wait, a double compressed cobble? 181, 81, so I need 243. Okay, so we'll put that in there to get the petal. Okay. Come over here. Okay, there we go. Got a petal apothecary. Go stick that out of here. Do these things ever finish? put this over here because this is going to be our magic area. And get like right cha. Yeah, maybe on the backside over here. No, because it's all foresty back there. Let's do it like right cha. Bam. Double apothecary. I think we gotta put some water in that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so then, let's see here. We have to make pure... What do pure daisies do? Oh, that's how we make the... stuff, right? Hold on. I don't... Make your pure daisies. So I have to make pure daisy. Pure daisy. Okay. I put 4 white petals in there. Okay, so I need 4 white petals. Mystical. I only have 3. Grab all my mystical flowers here. I might have... I have daisy seeds. Is that what I need? Yo, so that would grow these, right? Seems like it. How many are there? 'Cause I've got... Got this, 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 this. That's gray, light gray, black. Okay. I get the feeling that I have most of these here, right? These are all different colors from these. But I think they're the same things. I'm pretty sure they are. The daisy seeds. Hold on. Agra, Craft, Botania, seeds. Mystical flower seeds. Agra, Craft. No, they are mystical blah 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 flower seeds. How do I get them? Oh, so you have to cross like daisy with white tulip. How do I? Okay. I see, I see. Is there no other way to get them? Mystical white flower seeds. Phytogenic insulator. I want to get it. Mystical white flower seeds. You can duplicate them using this phytogenic insulator. The only way to get them is to cross these here. Okay. Okay, so the only way to get the white one is to cross daisy and white tulip. The only way to get the orange one... Oh, so the primary colors are probably the only ones you can really get. Orange tulip, dandelion, and those are just crosses to the other ones. Allium and blue orchid. Okay, so I could get mystical blue flower seeds. Oh, and I could get the red ones too, which means that then I could get the purple ones. Okay, we'll work on getting these. We'll work on getting these. I think that's a worthwhile endeavor. Let's see. So I need some white flowers. Let me think. I know there's a bunch of flowers down over here. These are like pink, right? I'm trying to remember. There was like a place that was completely covered with flowers. But this area down here? I remember seeing it when I was going to get cows. Like, it was just absolutely covered in flowers. Those are white. Those are my white ones, right? I don't know, the bluebells. Okay, so it's definitely not this place. Where the hell was it? Maybe this area up here? Oh, hold on. What do I need? No. The purples. What an annoyance, dude. What a flippin' annoyance to get these fucking white petals. There's a bunch of flowers. You gonna have the white ones? This is definitely the place I was thinking of. I'm not seeing any of the white flowers though. Ooh, is that them? When is it? Herb garden. What the hell is that shit? Spice leaf? Leaf? Interesting. What is hydrangea? Biomes with me. Where the hell can I find some mystical white flowers? The fuck are you? Peony. Tall mystical white flower. Nice. It didn't even give me a thing! Are you kidding me? Lilac? Am I just gonna have to like start breeding these fucking things? Well, what else do I need? I need a white tulip, which I don't have, which is dandelion and daisy. Okay, so that I can do. Because this is fucking annoying, dude. Running around looking for fucking flowers is so annoying. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go do some agricraft. Fuck this noise. But wait, it has to grow on podzol. What the fuck is podzol? How do you make podzol? Just put spruce leaves around a dirt. Hold on, does it have to be spruce leaf specifically, or any leaf? Well, let's get some fucking shears. Pretty sure I have some in here. Those steel shears. That lets you get leaf, right? Yeah, okay, let's put those back. Let's go get some spruce. Over here. Have some right about here. Those are fir. Fuck me. What the hell's a spruce look like? Those spruce? Those are birch. That might be a spruce. There we go, spruce. Okay. That should be more than sufficient. Okay, let's grab a stack of dirt. What the Kobe Doty? Spruce, podzol. Turn that with spruce. Podzol. Okay, perfect. We got 15 podzol. That'll work. Now, we need our seeds here, so we're gonna need. Okay, so let's start with mystical seeds. So we need to do the white one. We need daisies and white tulips. Okay, but I don't have white tulips. I have daisies. To get white tulip, I need daisy and dandelion. Okay, so I'm gonna need my dandelion. Put all this shit up into here. Get it out of my hands for now. Okay, we're gonna need dandelion and daisy. Which other ones can we make? Yellow. Which is dandelion and orange tulip, which we don't have. We're gonna make orange tulip. Daisy plus blue orchid. So we need that one. Mystical lime, mystical pink, probably not, no. Gray, light gray, cyan, purple, blue. We need allium and blue orchid. Okay, brown, green, no. And red, we need red tulip and poppy. Okay. And black, we need blue plus cactus seeds. Okay. So, I need crop sticks. I need a lot of crop sticks. We have logs over here? No. Logs in here. Planks. We don't have any planks. Like, barely. So, log. No, wood. Let's see here. We got lots of oak. We have oak. Basically it. Okay. Grab all our oak. Submit or fresh. Submit. Fresh. Oh, okay, let's grab all our oak then. And we're gonna go ahead and sawmill that right up. Okay, we're gonna need to get our bow out of here. Or our mattock. Okay, stick that up here, stick that up here, stick it out of the way. Two out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. Oh, we'll put those shears here. Alright. Give me that. Give me that wood. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough. Go ahead and do turn those into sticks. Into sticks, turn those into sticks. Do that. Go. Plenty of crop sticks. Okay, so let's start here. Let's start off by sleeping. I also need to grab a stack of dirt because I'm going to fill that area in. That fucking creeper blew up. Oh, I'm so mad, dude. So mad. FPS is getting fucking wrecked over here, dude. Let me turn these particles off. Oh, that makes a huge difference. Okay. Let's see, we're starting right here. Let's do... Okay, so wait, these... What do we need to cross? Right now we need to cross daisies with dandelions. Just to get, what, like, white daisy or something? White tulip? right? We need white tulip, so we're crossing the dandelion with the daisy to get the white tulip. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Okay, what else do we need to cross? We could do... What's it, the blue one? I could do the allium with the blue orchid. And that has to grow on podzol, right? Let's grab that. We have to... Oh, did that fuck it up? Okay, you have to leave that as podzol, okay. Okay, and then... What was the other one I could do? I could do mystical red flower, so I need tulip and poppy. Okay, so those can cross. Let's see what else. That's all I've got. Okay. God. Do I have to turn this fucking shit off? Ah! What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, man. Infinity bee? I don't give a shit about fucking bees, dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So today's the day we're going to start working on a little bit of applied energistics. We kind of set up some storage previously,
Okay,
and then
I'm
I was
just gonna
kind of
close
fleshing out a design for our server room, and then we haven't touched it in quite a long time. So anyway, I was noticing that our drives over here, yeah, things are looking pretty bad. We got a lot of red lights on there, which means those disks are completely full. There's no more room for anything on them. Yeah, and we just don't have a lot of drive. So things that I want to work on today, I want to work on getting more storage hooked up. I want to get more than just these 6 drives connected to the network. Currently, we just have these 6 over here. Actually, you know what? I think I did hook up these 6, right? But we don't have any disks in them. But like,
Restart Firefox.
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved.
Oh, you monkey fucker, come on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So today's the day we're going to start working on a little bit of applied energistics. We kind of set up some storage previously, and then I was kind of fleshing out a design for our server room, and then we haven't touched it in quite a long time. So anyway, I was noticing that our drives over here, yeah, things are looking pretty bad. We got a lot of red lights on there, which means those disks are completely full. There's no more room for anything on them. Yeah, we just don't have a lot of drive. So things that I want to work on today, I want to work on getting more storage hooked up. I want to get more than just these 6 drives connected to the network. Currently, we just have these 6 over here. Actually, you know what? I think I did hook up these 6, right? But we don't have any disks in them. But like all these other server banks, they don't have any wires connected to them. They're just there for, I guess, you know, marking out where there should be. One thing I did do is I moved all of these servers over 1 block. Yep, that's what I did. The reason why I did that is because they're off-centered by 1 block. Oh no. So yeah, it took a little bit of time here. It actually takes more time than you think it would to move everything over. But yeah, I got that done. I moved everything over 1 block, and now we are completely centered in the room. So things that I want to do, I want to move our controller to a better spot. I kind of just placed it there when we originally made this room and kind of, you know, ran all the wires off of that. It doesn't go there. It just doesn't look right there. I think what we're going to do, this is like the center of the room. We're going to go ahead and put our controller probably close to this wall, maybe like over here. The thing about this room, though, is it is an even number, so we don't have like a center point block. So we're going to have to make our controller 2 blocks wide eventually. So we'll probably put the controller block like right here. Yeah, and then we'll just assume later we'll have another controller block right here. Yeah, and then if we expand out, we'll do 2 more at a time, etc., etc. But yeah, for right now, this is probably, well, right on top of this torch anyway. It'll be floating 1 block above the ground. That's where we're going to have our controller. Okay, So we need to get the wires ran from the controller over to our drive so we have data we can receive and take items out of the storage. We need to work on these cables over here. Now, originally I ran these dense ME cables underground and then up. Yep, and they go all the way up to the top. We can change this up and conserve on these dense cables by using peer-to-peer tunnels. So there's a lot of crafting that we have to do to get everything hooked up. We also need to make all the stuff for the auto crafting, which I want to get hooked up today too. So let's see, in order to get auto crafting going, we need the co-processors. Yeah, these things right here. So we need some of these, which is a crafting unit plus an engineering processor. That's not too bad. Crafting unit, calculation logic, I guess 2 calculations, some iron, glass cable, all that stuff is relatively easy. And then we're also gonna need crafting storage. And there's many different tiers similar to how there are different size discs. To get us started, we could probably just use a 1K crafting storage. And just like the regular discs, you can upgrade these by putting this unit in your crafting grid. You take it apart, you get the unit back and the 1K storage. So yeah, we can start small and then upgrade. So it's not that big of a deal. I don't remember if we have any. Do we have any 4K, 1K? We do have one. How about a 16? No, okay. So we have one 1K. So we could right away make a 1K crafting storage. Then we're also gonna need the assemblers, I think is what it's called. Molecular assembler, yep. Quartz glass, formation, and annihilation core. Yeah, this is all, you know, pretty much the same stuff, the same items that go in all these different recipes. Okay, so let me go ahead and just make up a quick auto crafting thing. I'll make up some P2P tunnels so we can get things connected and hooked up properly, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, well I did some crafting and I made some crafting co-processors and I made some 4K crafting storage. Like I said, we can take these apart and upgrade them later, so we don't really need huge ones to get us going with our
like
auto
pull those
crafting.
weeds out of there?
Yeah, we'll use the smaller ones to auto craft all of our bigger components and we'll replace everything eventually. So the way this is set up is we have an interface next to a molecular assembler, but some of these can talk to multiple molecular assemblers. So when you're doing the auto crafting, this interface puts the raw materials into one of these guys. It does the crafting, puts the item back into the interface. So it's pretty awesome. In a setup like this, yeah, you're taking advantage of each interface talking to multiple different assemblers. So it's good. I like it. There probably are better setups out there. I haven't seen better setups personally, and I really like this design, especially since it's too wide. It matches up with our 2 wide server banks that we have over there. So yeah, this is going to be pretty good. I think we'll have like maybe, well, we'll probably do 3 along here to match up with our servers, like I said. And we might
trying to get yellow
2 more rows.
White tulips over here, I think?
really know how much auto crafting space we're going to need, but we got plenty of room for expansion.
And over here we're trying to get...
yeah. The next step of this process, though, is we need to move our ME controller. Yep, we need to move a lot of this stuff over here. So I think, like I said, we're going to move the ME controller here. So let us do some stuff. I'm probably going to want it sitting right on top of this block. So let us
white tulip. Okay.
Turn off our ME system.
Now we need to cross white tulip with Daisy.
Yeah, we're going to get some things going here. So the ME controller is going to sit right like so. For now... How do we have that set up? Yeah, we have this touching right like that. Okay, so for now, we're going to power this from the side. Now, I know people are telling me that I should make the energy acceptor instead of wasting a side with the power. In this mod pack on expert mode, the energy acceptor is basically the same recipe as the ME controller. So if you're going to, you know, take the resources to make an energy acceptor, you might as well just build another controller and get all those extra faces. You know what I'm saying? So anyway... yeah, it's not really worth it in this mod pack to make the energy acceptor specifically for your ME network. Okay, so anyway, we are going to do some stuff here. So we're going to stick an ME dense cable. I've dyed this color black. Yeah, we're going to stick an ME cable on the back of this. So we're going to take all 32 channels.
There's a thing to get rid of the weeds. Hold on. Agricraft weeds. come on. How do I get rid of the fucking weed? There's a tool that lets you get rid of the fucking weed. How come nobody fucking mentions it? Hand rake. That's it right there. It's a fucking rake. Okay. Okay, let's see. We need iron bars and a stick. Okay, we got some mystical red flower seeds. Nice. Let's go over here. Make this rake. Iron bars. Stick. How do we make it? There we go. Cheap. I will end you. Okay. Still secure. We got the red and we got the blue. So the only other one we can, the primary one we can make with these flowers here is this. Hold on, no, what was the other one? Mr. Cal. The black one we can make, which takes a blue one plus a cactus seed, and I have cactus seeds. Let's go grab some cactus seeds. Should have cactus seeds. I know I have, well, you don't necessarily need seeds. You can just get the clippings. Let's grab a clipping. Where's my bag? It's up here. Clippers. Yeah, give me a couple. Give me a few of these. I don't think there's 10 tons. I will take a few. I'll have to have some sand as well. Go grab sand. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and throw a sand in there. Bam. Bam. Put a crop on there, and we will put cactus on there. Okay. And that crosses with a blue, so we'll have to put a podzol here. Podzol. Bam, okay, so then we put our blue on there. Bam, okay. We're still crossing these white ones, right? Yep, okay, we're crossing the white ones. Bam. These we're done crossing these. Bam. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful.
P2P tunnel. So we'll connect that there. You can put the P2P tunnel directly on the controller. You don't need to use this cable. I like having this cable here so I can see, you know, at a glance how many channels per side are being used. So anyway, that's just personal preference. You don't have to do that. And then we will take this ME cable like so. Again, I've dyed it black, and we will just run this straight up here. This is going to connect to our main ME network. Yeah, so the next step is we need to start disconnecting some things. Let us disconnect that and that. I'm going to leave everything else on that Fluex cable. Our black cable can connect to the Fluex, so that's pretty good. Yep. Not only that, if we were to change out all those cables up there to the black, like all of our displays up top would be black. All the Fluex color, all the purple in them would turn to like that grayish black color. I kind of like them as that Fluex color, so yeah, I think we're just going to leave it like so. Okay, so now I can go ahead and remove all of these additional cables that are no longer required. Yeah, the P2P tunnels are really good. They're a little expensive at the start in this pack. That's why I just decided to make the big old dense cable and all of this. But this is going to make things a lot more clean. So we have 32 channels going to be running up here. Oh, you know what? I did make a mistake, didn't I? I have made an error. Okay, so what we need to do is put another dense cable, like right there. So this Fluix is going to connect to this dense cable, and then we can put like our another P2P tunnel up here. All right, and then we can run this black cable like that. Okay, so the black cable is what is holding our P2P network connections. Yeah, and we're gonna have a P2P tunnel up here, and then our 32 channels exist right there.
Okay.
The only other part of this that we need to do is we need to give this cable power. See how there aren't lights on there right now? Yep, we need to give it power. So a way we can do that, and what we'll probably do temporarily, I can't remember, can we do a quartz fiber onto this?
Okay.
We can. Okay, so we can do a quartz fiber right there, and then I'm gonna use red cables just to kind of show that it's different.
So now what I want to do is...
Yes, we can just...
I can just breed... Hold on. Breed these white ones.
I guess it won't let me connect it there. Oh, you know what? These cables don't connect to other colors, do they? I guess we have to use a quartz fiber. Okay, that's fine. Just like that. Okay, so the red cable and these quartz fiber, this is just sending power. The quartz only allows power through, it does not allow data. So what we're doing is taking the power that's on this ME dense cable right here. Yeah, we're just taking the power, sending it over into this gray wire. So this gray wire now has power, and these P2P tunnels will work. Cool. So memory card, we can shift right click on this one, save settings. And then we can come up here and just right click on this one, loaded settings.
There's only have one for the moment.
I do believe everything should be working now.
Right there.
Not seeing anything happen here. I should see some lights. Well, the tooltip does say 5 out of 32 channels, so yeah, I think we're good. I think we are just fine. Okay, so that's how that's gonna work. Not the prettiest thing. I might make this cable down below or something so we can hide it a little bit easier. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But yeah, that's the basic. So you have the P2P tunnel with just a regular glass fiber up there with another P2P tunnel, and then you can use these dense cables to get all 32 channels out of it. Again, we don't need the dense cable right here. I just like being able to see how many channels are being used down here. I guess there is a small little mark. It's really hard to see right there of the channel being used. Cool. So now that that's done, we need to do the same thing to connect to our storage over here. So we can take another one of these dense cables like so. Yeah, dense cable right there, P2P tunnel, like that. Cool, and we need to get this all the way over here. So let's go ahead and disconnect this junk. I'll have to go through and clean up all these cables. I do want these dense cables. They are kind of expensive. Yeah, let's see. How do we want to do this? We'll have 32 channels so we can connect to a few of these drives. We can also try doing the infinite drive storage kind of a thing. I think for right now, we will just hook this up normal, and then we'll look at doing the infinite drive storage, the sub-network storage later. That's where we're going. Probably to right there. Okay, so this cable is all ran like so. And then we need the P2P and a dense cable. Is this the right one? Yeah, it's a black one. All right, so there we go. There's our dense cable.
Those full? Those full.
Yeah,
nice.
So off there we can run. Guess we'll just use Fluix to connect to these machines.
Wait, that has to be on podzol, right?
So,
what am I making? I'm making the black.
We want to use
that has to be on
different colors,
podzol.
so we know which one is just doing the P2P tunnel connections and which ones are doing our regular connections. So maybe we'll use Fluix for all of our regular stuff. We'll use black for all of our P2P tunnels. And then I guess, you know, the dense cable doesn't really matter what color that is. I just dyed these black to go with the other
that
stuff.
Didn't work.
Okay, so now that that's done, we have to do the memory card thing once again. So let's come back over here and we will shift right click on this one and right click on that one. And then we also have to give it power. All right, so quartz and the glass fiber. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I guess if we were to run this down below, I could use it off both of them. So anyway, that's something I'll probably end up changing. All right, so we can do red, red, and then a quartz. There we go. So now this has power. The channels are connected. We can see the lights are now on. Cool. So with all of this stuff done, we should be able to go upstairs.
I have the white
and
flower
again
seeds.
see all, whoops, and again see all of our stuff in the ME system. Yes, it is all
yellow. Hold
there.
on.
Cool.
Orange tulip and dandelion.
All right, so that just saved us a whole lot
I have
of
dandelions.
those
How to make
evidence
orange
cables.
tulip?
Now I still need to go through and remove this entire line and
That's blue
rerun the
orchid plus
wire up there
daisy.
and put some more P2P tunnels. Let me do some more stuff off camera, and
Let's
we'll be
get
right
that set
back,
up,
guys. All right, guys, well, I spent some time here trying to run the wires, get everything figured out, do all the things that we need to do, and this is what we've ended up with. It looks a lot cleaner, in my opinion, than what it was before. Yeah, and once we expand down and put another controller here, like this particular cable will go away, and it'll be replaced with a controller block, so it'll look just like this. Anyway, the way I have this set up right now is we have the black cable in the center, and then I've made some gray cables. Yeah, that way they don't connect. Alternatively, like I've done in the past, you can use cable anchors to separate the same color cables. But yeah, it's, you know, you can either do different color cables or you can use like cable anchors to separate them so they don't connect. I went with different colors this time. This is the first time I've done it this way. So yep, that's
so
what I wanted to
black,
try out
red,
this time. But yeah, so we have
white,
this cable going off into the back here, and then off of this I have a power cable that's connected
blue.
to this color cable, this gray one.
And we're
Yeah,
gonna
this is
make
the
yellow
gray
here
wire
eventually.
here, and we are running
those are the only
into a
ones
gray
we
wire back
need
there.
to
I guess I
make
could have just
from
ran this thing
regular
straight out the
stuff.
back, but whatever.
Yeah, okay.
The way I'm trying to do this though is we use like a black cable here off the controller, and that goes into a black cable here.
Well, these are gonna have to
that's doing the
cross.
P2P
Hold on, what
channel,
is this?
just trying
Yellow?
to keep
I have to
everything
cross
separated
these.
or whatever. But anyway, I tried putting
Orange?
like
These
a
are giving me the
cable
orange tulip.
cover, or I guess the cable
So
facade
I'll need a dandelion.
onto here to close in this hole, and you can't really do that. You
let's
put a
see
cable
here.
facade there, and it's like, nope,
So we're gonna have to
we
put a
are
dandelion
going
right
to
here.
place it right like that. Yeah, I tried placing this in many different ways,
gonna
and
cross
different
that with
positions, and it
this.
just won't go the way I want it to go. So maybe I could remove this particular cable here,
Right?
and then place it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
But anyway, I just went ahead and I made
Make
these
that. So I'm
laboratory
gonna need a
block
podzol
hollow
in there.
covers with a
Wait.
hole in it, since you can use either or with applied energistics. Yeah, that's the method I'm
Hey, pick
going with.
that
I might play
podzol
around with
back
this a
up.
little bit later and try and clean this
No,
up.
it's just gonna be dirt.
This
Okay,
definitely
that's
isn't
annoying.
100% finalized. We're going to be adding on to it and changing it over time. So for now, yeah, going from you know, connected textures to a non-connected texture. You can kind of see the little border around there.
So-
Whatever, it's all fine. So we
This
have
is
all of
going
our
here.
storage hooked up. Let's actually go downstairs. I put another elevator block down here. So yeah, it's kind of it's kind of difficult to understand what's going on here, I guess. But this black cable comes off that center one right there into this P2P tunnel. Yeah, this carries all of that stuff from that bottom side of the controller over here, and then outputs it to this P2P tunnel. And then underneath here we have this dense cable where you can see we're using 12 channels on these 12 ME drives, right? And that goes into this P2P tunnel. And then this wire continues over here to another P2P, and then we're doing another 12 channels, and then over here, which we will be using another 12 eventually, but we are not currently using those. So all of those channels added up, including these P2P tunnels, I think.
That's weird.
I can't really
Where's brown?
read that, can I? I put a smart cable here that shows you how many different channels are being used on this black cable that's moving the P2P tunnels around. So we can see there's 5 out of 8 different connections. We can have 3 more P2P tunnels on that particular black cable. But yeah, if we come up here, we can see there's a total of 27 different channels being used for our storage drives right now. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. The extra channels that are being used for those is this stuff down here. Yeah, I have this ME interface where we can import items from the center chest into
probably
it
full
on
by
that
now,
same
right?
line, and then our 2 filing cabinets, so I guess these storage buses
Yeah, it's full. So that's gonna be
for
backed
our
up.
dimlets. All right.
But exactly,
So
yeah,
that's
even,
where all
so.
the different channels are being used for that, and then I ran a gray cable
Eventually
all
this
the
will
way
back
down
up.
here for our auto crafting. So yeah, we have
this to back up.
P2P here, and then we have 2 more over here for when we eventually hook up more. So that's the way everything's hooked up right now. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I should show you guys. The gray cable that runs up here. Yeah, this goes into our ME stuff up top, so we can see everything's in the system like we've always done. That cable runs all the way over here, and then every so often I have also put these P2P tunnels so we can run ME cables up to our machines and stuff like that. If we want to do automation up there, which we probably will eventually.
Why are these white flowers not fucking growing?
Alright, so I think we are all good. The next thing I'd like to work on at this point is getting our auto crafting stuff. So, for instance, I was looking at making the ME wireless terminal. Did not call it wireless terminal, it's called this thing, wireless access point. I guess there's another wireless terminal, might not be called ME. But anyway, we need to make all of these different things, and I think it's about time we start hooking up our auto crafting to do this for us. So, I put a pattern terminal over here previously, and we haven't really done anything with this thing. So we need a blank pattern.
Am I growing the right thing
By
here?
the way, I know I've done this before. In NEI, if you click something and drag it, it shows you all these items, but you can't place it anywhere. That's just like a bug with NEI. Unless you're in cheat mode, I guess, which, you know, I'm not.
This isn't doing anything.
But anyway, yeah, that happens sometimes when I try and click too fast. So we need to make a blank pattern and craft one right like that. Then we can use this pattern to make more blank patterns. There we go. We have an encoded pattern that can make blank patterns. So I can take this now downstairs. Actually, I don't have to take it downstairs. Don't we have an interface terminal here? Yeah, we can just put this pattern right here into our interface terminal, which shows us the inventory of all the interfaces on the network, which should be, well, this one right here I need to get rid of. That is, down one more. That is this interface right here. We don't care about this. This doesn't need to show up on the network, so I can click this button. But yeah, now all the interfaces that show up there should be our crafting ones, so that nothing won't show there anymore. Cool. All right, so this pattern is now in one of those interfaces that can do the auto crafting. I don't know which one, doesn't really matter. But now what that will allow us to do is craft blank patterns automatically. Let's craft up 40. We don't have enough quartz glass. So let us craft up 20. We still don't have enough quartz glass. Okay, so quartz glass is another one that we are going to tell it to auto craft. All right, so quartz glass. Let's make a pattern for that. Oh, you know what? I don't have a blank pattern to do that. Dang it. All right, let's craft up a blank pattern real quick. Let's craft up a couple of those just in case. All right, so quartz glass will do this. Make a pattern. All right, so that can go right there. So now we should be able to tell the system. Blank pattern. Make 30.
There we go, orange tulip.
All right, now it says we got everything there. So now we can auto craft 30 of those things. The auto crafting is going kind of slow. I don't have any upgrades in our auto crafting machines. We will make patterns to do that. So we can put all the blank patterns here, and we can continue doing our auto crafting stuff. I guess I should clean up my inventory. It's getting a little crazy. All right. So the next thing, let us... Yeah, you know what? We should make those upgrades. That would probably be the next thing we should make, right? So over here in our pattern terminal, let's look up the different cards that we can create. So we need one for the basic card, so we'll do a pattern for this. And then we're going to need one for the acceleration card. Yep. Oh, we don't have one of the blink cards. So let's craft them. We'll stick one in the system, then we will do the acceleration card. All right, so there we go. There's acceleration cards that we can now auto craft. Cool. We have 5 in the system. Let's craft up a total of 20 more. No, we don't have enough advanced cards. Okay, so that's another thing that we're going to have to Tell it how to craft advanced card. Oh, okay. That isn't too bad. Advanced card. Okay, so now we should be able to tell it to make ourselves some acceleration cards. Cool. And auto crafting go. Awesome. Yeah, so now I can stick those in the molecular assemblers downstairs. And the crafting will always go that much faster. Awesome. All right, so let me go ahead and get a few more things auto crafted here. I'm going to try and upgrade all of our storage and all of this stuff, and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so all of our crafting things downstairs have been upgraded with all the acceleration cards, and I made a few patterns here. I've been making a whole bunch of the fluid storage patterns, all of the different regular data storage patterns. There's even patterns, well, I mean, sorry, there's even storage components for Thaumcraft stuff. We'll look at this in the future a little bit. I haven't unlocked the research yet, so I couldn't make patterns. They don't show up for things that I can do. But yeah, there's Digicentra storage here. And once I unlock this, I think I have to purchase each of the different crafting components. I don't remember how that all works, but that's something we will definitely be doing. But yeah, having fluid storage in the ME system, that's going to be pretty awesome. Okay, so I wanted to make the wireless stuff. So we can make a wireless terminal. Let's go ahead and craft up one of these. Cool. And then we will craft up the wireless access point. Let's craft that. And then finally, wireless boosters. I can't remember how many we need. Is it a stack or is it 16?
What?
I think it might be a stack.
That just gave me a pedal.
Maybe...
It didn't even give me clippings. Oh, that's dumb.
No, I can't remember. I just don't.
Can't use clippers on
Anyway,
these.
let's go ahead and craft up a full stack of those. Yeah, crafting goes so much faster now. Cool.
Okay,
so the wireless access
those.
point, wireless booster, wireless terminal, we're also going to need the security terminal. I forgot about this. So we need a 16K storage and then an ME chest. Oh man, energy acceptor. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is something I wasn't aware of. Okay, so in order to make the security terminal, which is required to have a wireless system, we need an energy acceptor, and the energy acceptor is the other way to power your ME system, which costs about the same as the ME controller. So yeah, it's a quantum core, nether stars, enriched cenarium, iridium reinforced plates. Whew. Yeah, and the Galgadorian metal. This stuff right here, this is something I want to look at getting kind of automated at some point. I don't know if we can fully automate it or not. We might be able to. But things that this thing requires, like this magma cream and these gas tiers, this is a thing where we set up that spawner previously, and then I had to sit there and camp it for like an hour to get all the gas tiers we needed. Yeah, this is definitely something I want to get automated at some point in the future. Oh man, I was hoping we could do the wireless today, but I forgot about that. Yep, it got me. It got me. Okay, so we'll put all this stuff away, and we will look at that another time. Well, unfortunately, since we can't do the wireless, let's go ahead and upgrade our storage capacity. That's, I think, going to be the next thing I want to do here. So 64K drives, I have 20. We are going to make 20 more. I'll just take all the ones I have with me. Not this stuff. You go back in the system. All right, so that is auto crafting 20 more of the 64K drives. Down here on this bottom row, I have filled these up with 64Ks. So yeah, we have the 4Ks here and the 16Ks here. So we need to start doing some rearranging with all of our disks. Cool. So in order to do things like that, we need an MEIO port. Yes. So an MEIO port where you can take a disk, transfer all the data off of it, stick it into our network, and yeah, empty all the content. So that's the next thing we need to do. So let's take some of these 4K drives and we will replace them with these 64s. Like so. Alright, so all the stuff that was there is now in my inventory, and we'll do the same thing over here as well. We'll just go ahead and pull all of these discs out of there. Doesn't really matter the order. And there we go. Okay, so now that middle row is all 64K discs. So now we can stick these guys in this MEIO port. It's going to pull all the data off these things. The empty ones go over here. And yeah, it just continues on to the next one. Cool. So we can pull all the data off of those disks and it's gonna move it. It might be moving up to these top ones. It might be moving it down here. It's really hard to tell where it's going. I guess it's going over onto this drive for some reason.
The only way we can spread
matter,
these
though.
is by
Yeah, that's
like
where
this.
all of our old data's going. Cool. So then I can take
It's kind of annoying.
these guys apart. Oh, you know what? I guess I should figure out where the full ones are and where the empty ones are. These all empty down here? I guess all the empty ones are right here. Okay. Well, anyway, these empty ones we can go ahead and take apart just by putting in our crafting grid. We get the storage housing back, and we get the components, so we can put that into our system. The auto crafter will go ahead and use these to upgrade, or I guess to craft new 64K discs later on. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of our data off the smaller drives, put onto larger drives. We need to fill up all these different drive banks full of discs eventually. The biggest problem that I'm running into right now making those 64K drives is that the system says that it requires pure Certus quartz. I'm actually not sure if that's just a problem with the way I created these components, or if it is in fact the case that it needs. You know what? I think we can use regular Certus quartz here. Yeah, I might have to just change this, the pattern for the 1Ks. I think I have that set up so it says pure Certus quartz only, so the system only knows how to make that with pure. Anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So I don't have to keep making the pure Certus quartz. I'll go ahead and fill up these drives. I'm probably going to make all of the different drives for all of these, but I don't know if I'm going to fill up all 64K all the way down. That's a lot of crafting. I don't know if we have all the materials. Oh my goodness. Getting the AE stuff going, guys. This is so good. I'm super happy about this as well. 2 episodes, 2 things to be super happy about. Oh my goodness. Things are happening in this series, that's for sure. All right, guys. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
So it's only the 5, right? It's white, red, black, yellow, and blue.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast.
So we have all the primary mystical flower seeds.
Yeah, guys. So since last episode, I spent some time working on our server room. That was nice. Yep. Let's go take a look at it. Go down. Go down. Here we are. We got a nice white floor now. I got rid of all of the other blocks that we were using for the floor, and this is what we're looking like now. Everything is well lit. I got rid of all the torches. I think it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we got rid of all the torches. I've used a lot of painted glowstone. You see the tooltip changes on one of these, doesn't it? Or maybe I'm on the wrong. Yeah, it's okay. So this row right here, these are the painted glowstone. Then we got regular block, and then painted glowstone all the way around the edge. So yeah, we've done like lines of painted glowstone there. I think this is a line of painted glowstone. Kind of going between all the servers and stuff just to make sure everything is well lit and properly lit up. Now we can take all these. Places that I don't have that, you can kind of see right here, these, well, maybe you can't see. It's kind of hard to tell really, but these look kind of brown.
These are all unidentified, so let's go. They're probably all 1-on-1s, I suppose.
Yeah, this right here I can see is the painted glowstone.
Where's our
then
thing
there's
at?
a couple spots without it, and I think we have another line right here. But yeah, those kind of look a little brown to me. Anyway, I guess you can kind of see the pattern on the ceiling too, where the lights are. Eventually I'll put the light in the ceiling as well, and that'll be all lit up and you won't be able to tell the difference. But yeah, I wanted to make this room look really clean, like it was supposed to look originally. So yeah, I went with these, the large enamel tiles, or I guess it's exactly the same as what we're using on the ceiling up here. I was gonna say very much the same, but it is the exact same. So yeah, we have these on the floor. I was trying to figure out what we want to do for the walls here. I haven't really decided for sure if we're going to keep.
Okay, so now we have our white flowers. Okay, let's go empty our stuff out because we have the stuff we need to make whatever else making.
The server room is supposed to be really, really clean looking. So yeah, this is where we're at right now. I still got to figure out what we're going to do with our auto processing thing because this is kind of ugly and out of place here. It definitely needs its own area or its own place to exist. So yeah, that's something I'm still looking at working on in the future. So I wasn't really happy with the way that we ran these wires down below. I put some covers here, by the way, to cover up those holes.
Oh, I had enough to begin
with. So I was trying to figure out different methods of you know, making that look better down below.
So I believe I just throw these in here.
It's not really that important, but it's just something that I was messing with. Basically, what I wanted to do is have the wires go straight down underneath like a clear glass floor, then run underneath that clear glass floor, and then wherever we needed to make connections, it would run straight up into these machines. So
I have to throw a seed in there?
Below us, and then like whenever I needed to connect to one of these, it would just run straight up. So anyway, that was the original idea, and I started playing around with it, and I'm not happy with the way it is right now. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight out, I'm not happy with the way this turned out. But it was really weird looking down here, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, the idea was these wires would run straight down below this clear glass floor, and then they'd run like over here, for instance, and then they'd run straight up to these machines. That was my initial, original idea for this.
Oh, where's my bucket? Let me get a bucket of water.
But yeah, I was trying to figure out what we would make this the subfloor out of.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's a right click.
Yeah, I decided to go with anti-blocks because I haven't really made these before or checked them out or anything like that. They are a really weird block. Mobs
okay, so I got 2 pure daisies.
They don't emit any light. You can't light them up.
Go ahead and put a pure daisy right there.
They're just kind of like a color. It's solid color. Anyway, I was just
what am I even trying to make? Hold on, mana. I'm trying to make a mana pool, right?
White down here, so we could see the wires much easier.
So I just need.
But yeah, like I said, they don't emit light, so they look really bright, but all the wires are dark looking.
I just need to put a stone
so then
around
I tried making like a lighter gray color, just so they're not as blinding white. And then yeah, it was just kind of weird, so I added in some borders to try and give you some sort of depth perception. Anyway, I'm not really happy with the way this turned out, but one thing I did discover after trying white and then trying black, let's come up here. These black anti-blocks are really disorientating. Like, if you place these out and make
I also need to make living wood, right? Because what am I making?
Like, you can't see the little line you normally
horn
see
thing I want to make. I want to make this
block, so it's just like
I need 5 living wood, and what is this? Oh, I need the mana pool for this.
It's hard to tell where you're placing.
So wait, how do I make a living wood? That's just any wood, right?
Out of these things, there is no way to tell which way you're facing, which way's up, which way's down.
Yeah.
Like, it's black. That's it. You can place a torch, and then the torch is kind of like hovering in midair. Yeah, it doesn't light anything up. It doesn't give you any point of reference, really. It's just a really weird block. Anyway, yeah, I thought I'd try the white ones.
How long does this
since
take?
mobs don't spawn on them, and I wanted to make those wires, easier to see. But yeah, these blocks, I just don't think they're gonna work for this purpose. Now you could make these like the lime green or the regular green color, I believe, and use these for a green screen if you wanted to do that. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, I thought I'd show you guys these since I've never really made them before. And the recipe isn't too expensive. It's just 8 stone around a glowstone dust, and you get these white ones. Yeah. So you get the white ones, and you can chisel them into these different colors, like so. So yeah, you can do any of these different colors that you want to. Like these lime, I think would make a pretty cool green screen if you wanted to do something like that. They do have a black border, but like when you connect them, yeah, they're solid in the center. So you could do something. You could do something with them, I guess. Anyway, wrong button. So today, what I want to work on, we were trying to do the wireless terminal last episode for, what were we doing? The wireless terminal for our EE system. And it turns out that we need that security terminal, which requires an energy acceptor, which means we need to make Galgadorian metal, which means we need a lot of gas tiers. At last count, we had like 20 gas tiers. I think, I guess we're up to 56. I think you needed 100. I can't remember the exact amount you need. But anyway, I want an automatic way to collect these gassed tiers, and that's something I want to work on today. Put these away. Get those out of my inventory. Yeah, I got like all my stuff rearranged in a weird place. It's hard to find everything I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, so I want a way to automatically collect those gas tiers. Now, we did this before with the powered spawner.
How do I make mana?
We have a powered spawner here with the gas, and it was spawning really slow because we made the area that was spawning in about the same size as the gas.
Daybloons?
So it can't spawn in multiple different levels. It was very confined. And yeah, it'd fail at spawning
so I need
a lot.
Yellow,
so
yellow, light blue, and orange.
In a bigger room so we can spawn a lot of gas really quickly. We can try taking a look at the Draconic Evolution.
I might have
the
flowers for
teleporter
that.
thing like we're using for the Wither, wherever those blocks are. I'm blind, I can't find them.
There's an
I
orange.
think this thing, yeah, this guy, and then it's these blocks right here
Light
that we
blue.
need for the teleporter frame. Yeah, we can look at getting these, so when the gas spawns, it'll be inside that portal. It'll warp to a room outside, and it'll have plenty of room for other gas to spawn. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff crafted up. I think we still have some of that obsidian, the Wither boss proof stuff. Yeah, we got 94 of those, not a whole lot. I'm not sure how big of a portal we need, but yeah, each one of these blocks requires 4 of those. So I'm going to have to make a lot of that stuff. Draconium dust. I have smelted pretty much all of the stuff. We're at 20,000 ingots right now, by the way. So really excited looking at getting the power storage set up with that as well. Sometime in the future, I'll probably have to macerate some of these or take some of these apart to get the dust. But anyway, I'm going to do some crafting and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I'm in the middle of doing some crafting here, and we are running out of our Certus Quartz ore. So normally I would just do this. We get the Certus Quartz and a lot of experience. Now, people have been telling me that there is an item from Runic Dungeons called, I think it's the Ring of Experience, or maybe Ring O, yeah, this thing right here. Okay, so Ring O Experience. Now, people are telling me that this item will take any orbs that are around you, the experience orbs, so instead of having to wait 5 minutes for all those get sucked into your body or whatever, they immediately go in. So if that's the case, this is something I really want for doing operations like this. Now, I don't know if I've never used it before, so I don't know if that ring will go into a bubble slot into one of these spots, or if that's just a thing I have to keep on my person. I guess we will figure that out together since I've never used it before. So Ring O Experience requires a Bottle O Enchanting and an Experience Rod. So yeah, we do have 2 bottles of Enchanting. I think we got these from those treasure bags before. I can't remember how we got them. We got them from somewhere. Maybe it was a Runic Dungeon treasure chest. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We have them, so we can go ahead and do some crafting here. So we need 2 Solarium and then 1 Energetic Alloy for our Experience Rod. Pretty easy. And then let's make this guy Ring O Experience. So does this go in a bubble slot? It does. Well, I guess it can go there anyway. I don't know if that is the best place for it, but that frees up an inventory spot. So let's check this out. Oh man. Those experience, oh my goodness, that is amazing. Let's turn off the magnet just so we can enjoy the silence of collecting experience without all the experience in our face. Oh man, that is really good. Okay, well, I really wish I would have listened to you guys earlier because this is gonna make things so much better. Oh, that is awesome. Great tip, guys. Thank you. So another little trick that was pointed out to me last episode, which I think is really cool, is a way that you can use NEI to fill in your pattern terminal when you don't actually have that item. Now, normally, what you do is, like, if I wanted to auto-craft this disenchanter, I would click this and shift-click the question mark, and it auto-fills everything that I have in the system or in my inventory. Yeah, it'll fill that all in. Why it doesn't fill in this thing like it used to in 8U1, I don't know. But anyway, the missing item here, we go to the disenchanter, is an enchanted book. So what we can do is just search NEI for enchanted book. There's this item. We can click and drag this right there, and that fills in the pattern for our blank pattern. So we can auto-craft this if we wanted to. Why that doesn't shift click in there, I don't know. That seems kind of silly that you can do it through NEI, but you can't just shift click it. Anyway, yeah, so what I thought was a bug previously, when you can, you know, click and then drag a stack, is actually a useful feature for things like this when you are creating a bunch of patterns. So yeah, very cool. I like that. I didn't know that before. Thanks for the tip, guys. I'm still playing around with this NEI thing because I think this is the neatest thing ever. It does not appear to work on, like,
You doing, kitty cat? Here? give a shit if I take it about a drive. A fucking moron. So dumb.
Filters from thermodynamics, unfortunately, but it does appear to work on
more pods
translocators. So over here, like on this translocator, for instance, I can click on here and then say Wyvern flux capacitor, or this pig can be filtered out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, guys. So what I got going on here is a bunch of stuff. What I'd like to do is set up our powered spawner. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that up, I don't know, right here with this. Let's turn this thing off so we're not spawning gas everywhere. So the idea is our Tesseract is going to power the spawner. This thing's got the top tier capacitor in there, so it should spawn as fast as possible. Now the way spawners work, if this works exactly like a vanilla spawner in 1.7.10, the way the spawner works is it should be able to spawn mobs at 3 different levels. I don't really have good blocks to show you guys, but it should be able to spawn it at the same level as a spawner, 1 block above and 1 block below. So we have 3 different levels where a mob can spawn. And a gas is a pretty big mob. So the spawner should also be able to spawn up to 4 blocks away from itself. So 2,
I need to make some more
3.
puzzle.
Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away, and a ghast.
Is there a better way to make puzzle?
It requires a 5 by 5 by 4 area to spawn in, so it it's pretty wide, so it needs a
Not
5
really.
by 5. So if it could spawn right here, we would need 2 blocks of space further away for it to fit in a 5 by 5 area, right? So anyway, yeah, we need a pretty large area for this thing to spawn in, and I guess this would be like the wall, the maximum distance away that we could spawn. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 6 by 6 area around the spawner is what we need for this gas
what
to
I need
spawn.
is this.
Okay, so that's what we're
What was I
doing
making?
there. Now,
Well, I don't even remember what I was making.
I made all these different
Day
things
blooms.
for Draconic Portal. I think we're gonna have the portal be like
Oh, I need 2
this
yellow.
level. I'm not sure if the gas can spawn inside of the portal or not. We might have to move it up so
Blue
it's
and
1 block
orange. So I need more
higher
yellow.
than that. But I'd like to have the portal like right on top of the spawner here,
so
so that'll
annoying.
be inside the topmost area.
I need to go
where
empty
a
my
gas
bags out. My
can
bags are all
spawn.
fucked up. I got so
So
much shit.
as soon as the gas spawns, it's going to be inside that portal and be teleported somewhere else. That is the idea.
That's the
I'm not
idea.
sure how this is gonna work, but I do have enough blocks here where I think I can make this an 11
Just
by
get all this shit
11.
emptied out of my inventory.
And then we need 1 block for the corners. Anyway, that is the amount of blocks I made here. 48 of those, and I made the dislocator receptacle so we can put our charm of dislocation where we're gonna have the killing area in. So also I have brought the diamond spike from our wither skeleton farm. Since we aren't really using it at the moment, we do need to get an automatic way of getting those guys collected, but yeah, we're not using it at the moment. So I have this here so we can use Reaper 5. I want to spawn that gas in a little enclosed area, or warp it to an enclosed area, and have it immediately run into a spike. If we can get a gassed mob soul, that'll be amazing. Then we'll be able to spawn these things ridiculously fast and get all of the gas tiers we ever want with the flip of a switch. All right, so that's the idea. Let me get some stuff together here. I'm gonna build the spawn room. I'm gonna build a room where we can contain the gas once it warps, and we'll check that out here in a minute. Yeah, so I did my math wrong. The gas can spawn 7 blocks away from the spawner. It needs that much room. So yeah, basically we had to make it like a 13 by 13 size square. Yeah, so that's what we got here. This weird thing right here, I'm not sure what that's all about. I can jump in there and I still get teleported. That is on a chunk border, so I guess that has some significance to
That's
it.
my upgraded one.
Why that's a problem. I don't know.
Probably shouldn't
Anyway,
need that one.
it doesn't seem to
Throw that
affect
one
the fact that if you enter that little spot, you get teleported. So I can jump here, and I end up in our little glass box right here in the center of it.
I need some
So
more
I have
puzzle.
some fans that we can turn on and off if we choose to.
Let's go get some
our
more
spike
space
right there in the
leaves.
very center middle, and then we have a transfer node with a stack upgrade, world interaction upgrades, and some speed upgrades. That's just going to be sucking up all the items that these gas drop and put them into this chest. I did test this
these
to
are
make sure
spruce,
this
right?
works. So if I turn off my magnet, for instance, and I drop this tulip or poppy or whatever
Those are oak.
right there, it gets automatically picked up right away and it ends up in this chest. So we won't be losing anything. Cool. So the next thing is, oh, those wires look weird from the other side, don't they? Huh. Anyway, the next thing to test is to see if this is actually going to spawn in the gas.
Where did I get them at?
Yep. So let's see how this is going to work. Haven't tried this yet. This is going to be the
here by
first
the
time
fir
only
trees.
for me. So let's turn this on. Energy mode receive only. Now this spawner is set to
Oh, that's a
only
spruce, right?
spawn with the redstone signal. So we'll turn that on. So now it's cooking
Fir.
up. So hopefully we should see a spawn every single time.
Bro,
And hopefully it does get warped through the portal.
where the hell was it?
That was like instant warp, instant death. Is that how the... Was that 2 of them? That might have been 2 of them. Is this gonna be instant kill every single time? Wow, I wasn't expecting it to work like that. Oh, we also got experience.
They over here?
I
think
guess
they're
my
over here.
ring experience is automatically picking that up. You can hear gas from a long
They're
ways away.
birds.
By the way, like if I'm over here, probably can still hear them die. Maybe. Yeah, you can. So
They're there,
anyway,
right
I
there,
wanted
right
this
there.
far away from the base. I didn't want this where other mob farm was because
Those are oak.
that would get old really quickly.
Here, these are spruce.
Eventually, we're going to have a big mob farm similar to this, where we're killing every single mob. At least that's the idea that I have. Once we get the mob souls from each and every single one of these, we'll have like a draconic spawner for everyone. Stabilized spawner. Yeah, and it can't be near the base for this reason. So have we gotten anything cool yet? Wow, we already got a stack of gas tiers. What? How did we get a stack that quickly? We haven't killed that many, have we? Well, I know that has looting 3 on it. That just... Oh, we just got 3 gas that time. Wow, okay. Well, I guess we'll be getting these pretty quick. Now, I just hope we get a gas soul sometime soon. Then we can change this out for the stabilized spawner, spawn these guys in stupidly fast. And yeah, that'll be really great. Okay, well, I tell you guys what, we're gonna have to just AFK for a bit and wait for stuff to happen, and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so I had to change out the chest for this diamond chest. We're just running out of space waiting for a mob soul. Shh, I'm trying to talk, gassed. In fact, you know what? Let's come over here for a second. Enough. Yeah, so I had to change out this chest to a diamond chest because we were running out of space waiting for a mob soul with the normal chest. And I just opened this a second ago. And yeah, well, we got 2 trophies, so that's pretty cool. I don't even know what these trophies do. What do you do? Oh. Alright, that's enough of that. But yeah, check it out. We got the mob soul here. This thing is huge! It takes up like all the space. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we got the Draconic Evolution gas mob soul. So this is awesome. So we can replace that powered spawner with a stabilized spawner, put this mob soul in there, and spawn gas way faster, and we get a whole bunch of these mob souls for later on, just in case we need to move spawners or whatever else. So that's the next step. Let me go ahead and get a stabilized spawner in there, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we got a stabilized mob spawner here. I just went to the runic dungeon and just found a skeleton spawner. Yep. We have this redstone conduit running underneath the ground over here. Do this lever so I can turn that on and off from over here. So we want the redstone turned on because that'll stop the spawner from doing anything. So let us put this... Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta see what this looks like. Oh, that looks ridiculous. So we need to put this mob soul, oops, into the spawner. If I can point at it, there we go. All right, so that's a really big looking spawner. So this has every single upgrade available, so we can spawn up to, I think, 10 gas at a time if they can fit here. So it's gonna get really noisy really quickly. Let's see how this works. Oh my goodness. All right.
Okay, so.
Okay, that's not what I want. Hold on. Music sound. Turn that off. Okay, so apparently a gas saw me and shot at me and then blew out this window, so that is a problem. I guess if you're doing this, you want the top completely blocked in. Yeah. But this is pretty good. There we go. Is that 3 more mob souls right now? Oh my goodness. All right, you know what? All right, let's do that. Is that 3 more of these mob souls? Oh man.
Spread.
All right. So we're doing pretty good here. I'll probably let this go until we get about 10 or so. And then we'll have to switch this out, I think, to some other killing method to get these gas tiers. But look at how fast we are getting those guys. There's 50. Now we're at 60. With its 9 more. Oh man, that is so good.
That's our good.
And gas tiers, 4 days. I can't wait till we get the proper mob tower going, where we have like every single type of mob being killed in a similar fashion. Yeah, that's gonna be really good. All right, guys. Well, let me go ahead and do some more stuff off cam, and we'll be back. Alright guys, well, last episode I think I'd mentioned that I'd like to auto-craft the Galgadorian metal if it was possible. We need that to make that security terminal so we can do our wireless access. So, I was looking at this, the enhanced Galgadorian metal, we need 2 of these
like a book you can stick in there?
The wireless terminal to make the energy acceptor as a crafting component for that. Anyway,
like any
the large
seeds?
lump of Galgador is smelted into this. So if we could make this would be pretty awesome. So one of those is 9 of these. Yep. And to get 2 of those, you need a block of diamond glowstone, eye of Galgador, which is magma cream, gas tears, eye of ender, fermented spider eye, and some stabilized metal. So yeah, the stabilized metal requires a little bit of smelting for this refined hardener. So we have a pattern for the raw hardener. We don't have a pattern for this. So that would be something that we could set up.
Interesting.
So anyway, let's see what we can do here. All these patterns I have created so we can do this. We just need to get the auto smelting portion of this hooked up, I do believe. So let's see. Let's see if we can craft one of these. All right, so it looks like I have enough of the refined hardener available for one. All right, so let's craft that. It's probably gonna take a minute.
Let's go make that book.
If we tell us to craft another one, are we able to do it? We can. But we don't have any crafting CPUs available. There we go. So now we can craft up a second one. Cool. In order to get that stuff hooked up though, for the auto smelting, we'll probably end up using this one.
I don't have any ink.
Our electric furnace right here. I
don't think I have ink. Maybe I do.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the machine we'd want to use. Now, what's below this machine? Anything? There's nothing below it. So we could put an interface directly below this machine. Unfortunately, I don't think we'd be able to put a marble cover on it. I don't know if there's a way that you can cover... Oh, no, there is a way with the interfaces. We can make it the cable instead of the block version. Anyway, we can put an interface on the bottom of this machine, which would put items in here. This would smelt it. And then we can put the automatic item ejector into the interface. So that could be a way that we could auto-craft using this. And I'd want to use this particular furnace because with the speed upgrades, the overclocker upgrades, this thing smells like 5 items at a time. It is super fast. Anyway, we might look at this here in a minute. I don't know just yet, but we do have the large lump of Galgador. Let's grab the other one. This one right here, and looks like we have 2 small lumps left over from the crafting of these. So we can take these over here into the electric furnace. There is our enhanced Galgadorian metal. So this is going to allow us to get a little bit further in the crafting for what we need to do. But honestly, we're running out of space here for all of our auto crafting stuff. So I'm going to have to hook up more of those auto crafting units that we had shown last time.
Okay.
So,
and then I need that with crop sticks and seeds
right here. Requires a 16K in this chest, which requires all of this. All right, let's click right here.
I got some like extra seeds.
How close are we? Well, we got that much done.
There, we'll just use those.
So vibrant alloy block. We're out of vibrant alloy, so I need to make some of that. Okay, that's good to know. And the Enderium block. Oh, we have those. Okay, so we are missing 9 vibrant alloy, and then whatever goes in the center. The quantum core, enriched cenarium. Yeah, we do have a lot of this stuff. I think there were 4 of those, or did I need to make 16? I can't even remember. Anyway, this is stuff that we will hook up eventually to be auto-crafted, so I don't have to keep fumbling around in there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go hook up another auto-crafting bank like we did last time. Hook up another one of these so we have more space to put our patterns. Yep. Let me go ahead and do that, and we'll be back, guys.
Do I have like some extra paint?
All right, guys, so we should have everything ready to auto-craft a security terminal. This thing takes a lot of stuff. Yeah, 4 nether stars, vibrant alloy, enderium blocks, all the cenarium, irradiant uranium, enriched cenarium, 32 iridium reinforced plates.
What the hell? What seeds do I need to put in here?
Lots of stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft it up. It's probably going to take a couple of seconds for this to go. There's a lot of stuff. Actually, that was quicker than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, some of those things are already pre-made, like the Galgadorian metal is already smelted and all this stuff. So, security terminal, there we go. So we can grab our wireless terminal, and we can grab our wireless access point and our wireless boosters.
Getting really annoying.
All right.
There we go.
So let us go down here to this level. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going to put this thing permanently. I guess we could just run it right off this thing, or we could stick it up off the
I put this here.
The controller up there. I don't know. For now, for now, I guess we can stick it right there. And then we can link our wireless thing to this. So now it knows where the AE system is. So this thing should work right away. Oh, you know what? We need to have this access point somewhere as well. Yeah, this stuff I'm going to be moving. I'm just doing this right now so we can see this thing work. All right, we got a light. So now we should be able to see everything that's in our system. Cool. The the wireless boosters. I forget how much this boost. I think you can only put a stack in there. All right, so that goes up to 528 meters, which is probably further than where we need it to be. Maybe 300. I'm just looking at this AE Protect. I mean, we could stick it up there. That's no problem. That's just going to be using a lot more power all the time. But what that means at 500 meters, we could probably use this thing, well, over by our big reactor, which is pretty far away, for one. Yeah, it still works over here. I wonder how far away that actually is. Over here by this tree? Still works. Up here on this mountain? By this node? Yep, it still works. Well, we probably don't need it this far. This is quite the distance. I assume that means this is gonna work over by our B area. Yeah, this is way closer than where we were before. But yeah, that's still pretty cool that we have access to all of our stuff from this far away. I like it. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, I think we're going to wrap the episode up here for today. We finally made the item that I wanted to make last episode. Well, towards the end of it. The wireless terminal is so good. The only thing that I don't like about it is I don't think there is a way that you can craft in this thing. That's the only thing I wish they would add, is a wireless crafting terminal. If we had that, it'd be super, super amazing. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So today I want to start looking at some of that draconic armor. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. So I was checking out the recipes for this stuff, and it is a little expensive to get going with it. So let's check it out real quick. So the draconic armor stuff, this is the tier 2. This is the stuff we're not going to make just yet. We got to make the tier 1 version first. So this stuff right here requires a whole lot of stuff. Wyvern cores, diamond ore, quantum suit. Yeah, draconium blocks, we got those under control. We got plenty of the draconium. We got a lot of this stuff we need. So we need a lot of nether stars. So that's something we're going to have to look at. The mana dust, this is stuff that I wanted to get cracking on, since this actually takes a minute to do, to make all this primal mana and all of that stuff. So we need the molten fairy and pocfinium and the draconium and the liquid XP. Okay. We got that under control. Yeah, the molten fairy and the molten pocfinium require the ardite and the cobalt. So we don't really have a good way of getting ardite and cobalt other than me going to the nether and mining it by hand. I know people have said that we can just set up a quarry in the nether. I don't really want to do that. I like to find a different way to get the ardite and the cobalt. So the next best way to do this, cobalt, guess what it is? Yep, that's right, bees. So we'll just quickly talk about bees real quick. The whole episode is not going to be about it like it was the other day. But yeah, to get the cobalt bee, very, very easy. The infernal drone, you find these in infernal hives in the nether. They're not hidden. These are the ones that are just on the nether rack. You can just fly around and find one. Pretty easy to find. And then the imperial bee, this is the one that we made a while ago. What does this thing make? This makes the royal jelly. Oh, that's my... I think. Yeah, okay. So we already have that one under control. So it's like a hive bee plus the royal jelly bee. And we are good to go. So, the infernal bees, I already have a bunch of these. I've already
2 yellow,
up, and then the imperial,
light blue, and an orange.
We have a lot of these drones, but we need a queen to go with this. So let us get another, or I guess a princess. Let's just take a rocky princess, for instance, and I'll show you how quick this is with Gendustry. And then we will move on from here. So I've already taken a lot of species from these different bees. Here's an imperial one right there. So yeah, I've already taken these gene samples from these bees. I've already processed them, so we can just take that particular one, put it on this genetic template. We'll overwrite this eldritch that I used previously. So there we go. And then we just stick this bee right here. with this genetic template. And that'll change that Rocky drone into an Imperial, or I guess a Rocky Princess into an Imperial Princess. This only takes a few seconds to do, very quick. You don't have to worry about any of the other stats on the bee.
Right there.
The only thing we care about is just that the species is the correct species. So it uses the labware, it just takes a few seconds, and there we go. There's an Imperial Princess, so we can stick that right here, with this Infernal drone, and there is a Cobalt. Very easy. It's the same process for the Imperial, except instead of using, I'm sorry, for the Ardate bee, instead of using the Imperial, uses the Industrious, but it's the same exact thing. So yeah, we will have our Cobalt and our Ardite made from bees.
Okay, I need 3 of those.
All right, guys. Well, I got both the Cobalt and the Ardite bee doing the thing. We got the production values as fast as we can get them right now. And yeah, they are making a decent amount of the Cobalt and the Ardite nuggets, so that is pretty cool. We'll just let those things go, and over time we'll collect a lot of that stuff. I won't have to mine for it ever again. Very, very awesome. Okay, so I was looking at the Wyvern armor.
Light blue and
yeah, this stuff right here. So we were gonna make this mana dust. So between the last clip and now, I made enough primal mana to do a block of pure mana. Yeah, we just had to pour a little bit of that primal mana onto the mana infused block. We made the pure mana, which gives us 9 of these mana dust. So we have that under control. So I was looking at this recipe, and there's a few more things in here we're going to have to worry about. Not only do we have to do all this IC2 crafting, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's not impossible to do. We have to get all of these Wyvern cores, which requires nether stars.
Shift click.
Yeah. Okay, so if we look, star, we got 1. We're basically out of nether stars, so we need to go some more wither bosses. All right, so wither skeleton, we have 16 skulls. That's not a lot either. I went to the nether and double checked that we didn't have any more skulls there. We don't. So I think the time has finally come where we're going to have to set up a mob grinder. I know we did one last episode, but that was kind of like a temporary thing.
Need a mana spreader,
so we can get some mob souls for the gas. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and set up a permanent one. I've been trying to figure out where I want to set this thing up, because we saw last episode those gas are stupid noisy. So we really don't want that anywhere near our base. And yeah, the more things we have near our base that are automated like that, with, you know, entities spawning in, warping around, that's just going to cause like frame rate issues or whatever. So we want to put that probably somewhere else. Now I know people are saying that we should go to the last millennium. That might be a thing. Can we do that in this pack, actually? I can't remember if this portal was disabled or not. No, it looks like we can, in fact, make a portal to the last millennium.
Mana spreader, then.
So this is like a void world, essentially. So this might be a good spot where I could move the wither boss killing thing over here, too. So we could set up a portal to the last millennium, go there. It's just like a void world. We could set up like all of our mob stuff. It doesn't cost any RF to keep this dimension going. So yeah, that could be pretty cool. All right, so let's look at making the portal to the last millennium. So we just need some purple stuff, purple deviating lilies, or purple colored honey drops, or purple dye. I don't know if we have anything. Oh yeah, okay, so we got some purple dye here. How many of those do we need? So that's gonna give us 4 of these. Can we need one more purple. Wait, what was the other color? Magenta. Magenta. All right, can we do that? Do we have any of this stuff? No, we can make light blue. Oh man. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get some magenta going on. I think we have some allium seeds over here, if I remember correctly. I can just grow some of those. Yeah, we have these right here, so I can just grow those. Let me go ahead and get those colors made up real quick, and we'll be right back.
Fill it up? I don't know how this shit
All right, well, that only took but a few seconds to do. So there's a portal to the last millennium. Let's go ahead and make this portal. All right. So where are we going to stick this thing? I don't know. Probably over by our other portals. I guess that makes sense to me. Somewhere over here. Maybe on the ground. Right there. All right. It's one of those things where we're just going to go once. Then
I think maybe this fills up to a certain amount and then shoots it out.
Charm of dislocation. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Cool, so let us go here. There shouldn't be anything to worry about in this dimension.
Okay, so... Hold on, can I make another day room?
The last villager has no trees. What's up, buddy? Okay,
yellow,
so probably
blue.
want to light this
Is that
up.
a light blue?
I think mob spawning is just like the normal
2 yellow, light blue, and orange. I
thing
don't think I have
here.
any more yellow,
So you want to keep
go
things lit up so mobs aren't going to spawn. But yeah, this is just
run over here and see
basically
if
a
there's any more
complete
yellow.
void
Grab real
dimension. Little bedrock platform here, and there really is nothing here. So what we could do is just build a little road off into the void area, and then set up a little mob tower. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. This dimension is pretty much perfect for things like that.
Oh, then now it's
can't ask
giving
for
me
anything
clippings.
better. So maybe
What the hell? Last time it just gave me the thing. Okay,
we'll just stand right here and set our little enhanced charm of dislocation. Add new.
Okay, let's go make another day bloom real quick.
I spelled that wrong. We'll just call this last. All right, so we'll just call this last. We'll just say commit,
Let's see.
and then I can move.
Water.
I thought I could click and scroll that. I can't. I can just move this to wherever we
here.
want it to, so it's not all the way at the
Right-click
bottom. Anyway, we'll just
I need
go
a
ahead and
light
lock
blue
it.
and a
For
orange.
now, so now we can scroll all the way down to last and warp here, or we can scroll all the way back to home and go home. Cool. All right, so now we got a place where we can set up our mob spawner. I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment here. I'm going to get some blocks, start building out some stuff, and we'll be right back.
Not working.
All right, guys, so I took some time here and I started building out from our main platform here in the last
Must be like
millennium.
a time limit
Yeah,
on
so we
it.
got a path that follows the same pattern as what this original place is. Yep, so we go out here for a distance, quite a distance, and then we end out here in this little platform. Again, I was trying to follow the same pattern as the original starting platform for the last millennium. So we're using this gravel road block, the edged stone block. We are using border stone, wooden fences, oak fences, and then we have these stone bricks along the edge here, just
so
like
okay,
it originally was all the way over here. The only thing we don't have
we want to
is
make a
the
we're making a
bedrock for
horn
obvious
of
reasons.
something here.
But yeah, I tried following the same pattern just so everything looks the same. Anyway, so we have a platform out here now. This is where I want to
Need 5 living
build,
wood
I
for
guess,
that,
a
so I'm gonna have to
killing
make some
chamber
more
for all
living
of our
wood and
mobs. And I
grass.
think eventually what we're gonna do is stack mob spawners on top of each other, kind of sandwich them in
grass in
between
here.
those teleporting blocks from Draconic Evolution. So as mobs spawn, they will spawn
so let's make some more
inside
living wood.
those teleporters.
Oh, we already have it right
and
there.
immediately
Nice.
get transferred down into a killing room down here. I think that's what I want to do. I want to have the room kind of clear glass so we can stand here and just watch all the mobs get teleported and immediately killed and everything happening and all that stuff. I think that'll be kind of interesting to see. Yeah, beyond that, I haven't really thought about what else we want to do. I did make myself a mob grinder. I made myself another one of these.
And I don't have
as you guys recall, it's kind of expensive to make this.
what about
yeah, the draconium blocks, we need that. We need the etheric sword, which is the stable, unstable ingots. I made the stable versions. Yeah, you can make these out of semi-stable nuggets.
Red. See, I don't have those.
And
brown,
gold nugget plus the division
red,
sigil
gray,
plus a diamond. So it's way more expensive this way, but yeah, it's just safer. So I made the etheric sword that way. Yeah, we use some of that mana dust, pellet RTG, another draconian block goes there. Yep. Anyway, so we got a mob grinder. That's how we're going to kill the mobs here. So the next thing I need to do is actually build a room where all the mobs are going to be teleported into, get that all squared away, and then we can start putting on layers of teleporting mob spawning platform. Cool. So let me get to work. We're going to do some more stuff, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so I got some stuff done here. I built a room. Well, I guess, yeah, this is the room where the mobs are going to teleport into, and this is where that mob grinder over there is going to take care of them. I made myself 2 charms of dislocations, and I forgot these things require nether stars, so I had to go back to the nether, turn on the nether, or I guess the wither skeleton farm that we have there, and pull out the cleaver and get the heads that way, and then, yeah, go spawn a bunch of wither bosses. So I got that all done. I made 2 more of these things, and once you bind these, you cannot unbind it as far as I can tell. So yeah, I wasn't able to use the one from our gas spawner. I tried that originally, and it's like, oh, you can only bind this to one location. Yeah, anyway, so I made 2 of these, and these are bound right to where that torch is, so we can go ahead and put those in the frames up here. Now I have a 13 by 13. This is one for where the new gas spawner is going to be. In fact, we need to make another one of these down below. one level, I guess 2 levels below where this one is, and the gas spawner is going to sit like right here. So anyway, the way this is going to work is we're going to have portal, spawner, portal, spawner, portal, spawner, portal, spawner, etc., etc. There's probably ways we can save on blocks or whatever, but I want these mobs as soon as they spawn in to teleport. I don't want them to, you know, spawn in and then fall. I want them to spawn in and teleport immediately, just so we get them out of here as fast as possible, down there as fast as possible, and killed as fast as possible. That is the idea, since we are using the fastest possible spawners that we can in this mod pack. Yep. So, let's get some stuff done here. So this is the spawner that's going to be for the wither skeletons. It is got a smaller upper portal, and it's going to be using the gas top portal down here for its lower one, if that makes sense. So let's get some redstone conduit ran over here. We're just going to use a lever for now to turn this thing on and off. Yep, so let's get a lever there. Cool, redstone on off. Yep, just what we want. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the mob soul in there. I already have all the upgrades available put in this thing. I do believe we have to remove this block here. Yeah, I think we have to remove that particular block, otherwise this portal won't be able to form because that's in the way. Okay, so we can go ahead and put in this thing right there, and this one down there. Yes. So I do have torches out here.
Red and light gray.
These blocks are mob spawnable.
I might not have those.
So yeah, I have torches around to keep them lit up so we are not spawning mobs. Maybe I'll put glowstone in the corner and then I can get rid of these torches or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Painted glowstone and make them look exactly like that block. That could be kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, so we have an on-off switch now for our wither skeletons. They're going to spawn and immediately teleport down here. The mob grinder is going to have its way with it. So now we need a way to collect those items. So like we've done before, we're going to use a transfer node with stack upgrades, speed upgrades, world interaction upgrades. I don't know if we really need 32 speed upgrades. Probably a little overkill, but whatever. So I think that should be about all we need to do.
This thing holds like
this should be primed and ready to go. Our Tesseract is set up right now to receive power and send items back to our AE system. I
guess I'm just gonna give this like 10 minutes
I don't think so. I think we should be good to go. So I should be able to flip this lever, get a bunch of wither skeletons spawning. They get teleported down here immediately.
These are growing pretty quick. I could get some more.
Yep. Oh, I need to turn off my magnet.
I need to just get some seeds then.
Okay, so is that spawning as fast as it can? I don't know. Okay. It feels like that might be a little slow.
Nope. Make another table in here.
Why does that feel slow?
Again,
not actually sure why.
Light blue.
So we're gonna have a lot of experience down there to deal with as well. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I guess I can stand here to collect it all. Well, let's do something else here. Let us hit E, and we will go to the map. We want this chunk loaded, so let me go and claim these, and then I will control click them to chunk load like so. So this thing should be spawning when I'm not here. So what I'm curious about is if we go home and we search for wither skeleton skulls. So we have 5 in the system. I think I took all of them out of there, but I'm curious to see if we're gonna collect any more, like how fast or how slow this is. We just got 1. That's kind of slow, isn't it? There's the second one, so we're up to 7. I mean, over time, yeah, we'll get a lot of these things. How about skeleton? Okay, and bone. How are we doing on bone? We're collecting a lot of these. We should be. Yeah, the only problem with that mob grinder is I don't think there's any way that you can upgrade that with like fortune or beheading or anything like that. So it's just gonna be the default drops, whatever the default rate is. I think the skulls on the wither skeletons are something like a 2% drop.
Or does that just mean
I think that's what it is. It might be a 5%. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, but we're up to 10 of those. So over time, we will get enough of these. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out a way to deal with the experience. We'll probably just do a vacuum hopper and then void that out or something. But yeah, let me go ahead and get some stuff done and we'll be back.
Okay, let's go just do the work on the flowers.
All right, guys, so I made a small little change here. I did put the vacuum hopper in the center and then I put an experience obelisk down below. But you can see like all the items that are being dropped, like the Thaumcraft aspect orbs are all getting pushed over to like this half. yeah, underneath, I did put in some fans, and the fans don't really affect anything since they're like a block below or 2 blocks below. Like if you stand right here, they don't push you at all. Yeah, you can't even tell they're there really. But if you were to drop an item, not right here, maybe 1 block further, yeah, it gets caught by the fans and then it starts being pushed over this direction. So we can kind of see that over here, the item gets pushed closer to that side, closer to where the transfer node with the world interaction upgrades are. Yeah, I came over here and I saw at the very edge over there, if skeletons spawn, or I guess if they walk over here or something, they get killed on this side. Yeah, I left some drops right up against the edge. So those fans down there are gonna make sure that doesn't happen. It's pushing everything to about the center of this room. Yeah, it's even pushing the skeletons back a little bit. You can kind of see them struggling when they get teleported down here and they're trying to walk. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's pretty cool. It's just keeping everything closer to this side of the room. Yeah. And I also want to make this room as big as it is right now, so when we have gas in there, they can fit. And it seemed like those gas were seeing us before because the room was too small, or maybe their hitbox is too big. I don't know. I've seen it before where I've been in the nether and a gas can see me and is shooting at me, but I can't see the gas at all. So yeah, its hitbox or where it can see players is definitely like bigger than the gas itself. So I'm hoping that this will fix that problem when we get gas here, that they won't be able to see me. But if they still can, we'll probably end up having to replace this glass with some kind of a blast-proof glass like we did for, yeah, the nuclear reactor or whatever. That shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, yeah, it's a few blocks, but it's not like a real heck of a lot of blocks. So anyway, I think this is all set up now. I'm feeling pretty confident to leave this alone. We don't have to worry about experience orbs clogging up, building up, and causing any problems. Yeah, everything seems to be going as it should, so I think we can go ahead and leave. I'm curious to see now how we're doing on those wither skeleton skulls. We're up to 88. Well, that's respectable. I mean, that's like 21 plus however many more, 29 wither bosses, so 29 stars. I think that's gonna be pretty good. Let's go ahead and take those over to the wither boss killing area. Where are we at? The wither boss area. Like I said, I might end up moving this, the wither boss killing area thing, over there to the last millennium. It just kind of makes sense to keep all the mobs together. This was a nice area to start with, but you know, this is by no means a finished product, right? It's just a box where the wither boss is gonna explode, and just some autonomous activators that actually make the boss. But yeah, we could definitely tear this down and rebuild it somewhere else and make it look a lot nicer, that's for sure. So yeah, let me go ahead and turn this thing on. We'll spawn in some wither bosses, kill them with our grinder here, and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, well I just spent like the last half an hour, 45 minutes crafting stuff up. I have made the pickaxe of the wyvern, shovel of the wyvern, sword of the wyvern, wyvern helmet, wyvern chestplate, wyvern leggings, and now the wyvern boots. There we go. Yeah. Looks like we are at our last piece of mana dust, so I'm gonna have to cook up more of that stuff. Oh man, so much crafting, so much stuff. But yeah, we have the full wyvern outfit. Well, obviously we don't have the bow of the wyvern, but I think our crossbow is much better, so I really don't want to mess around with that thing. Anyway, it's been a while since I've played around with any of this wyvern gear. I am curious how it all works and what it all feels like, so let's put this on. Oh man. What the heck? That's not what I remember. That is some weird looking armor, that's for sure. Okay, so we run pretty fast. Actually, that's just walk speed. I'm not even running. Wow, okay. So let's go back to first person. So normal walking. Okay, so how do we fly? Do we double? Can we not fly in this armor? I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so options, controls, I know there is Draconic Evolution. Okay, so I have this thing turned off. Let us set this to G. Can we do G? Won't let us, okay. Well, let me find a button that it will let us do that with. It's kind of hoping that it would let us do that. V, there we go. Okay, so V will let us do some stuff. So I can click on the helmet and then we can see inventory. Yeah, I remember this. We can put books on here and take books off at will. So yeah, we can put protection 4 and all of this stuff on there, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's go back. Dig speed multiplier. Actually, you know what? Let's not look at that. So chest plate. Oh, is there no options? Okay. I thought there was a way. Yeah, HUD display, click and drag to move so we can move this thing around. Yeah, I could have sworn there's a way that we could hover in this armor. Maybe not. Maybe that is only the next tier up. Man, this stuff moves so fast. All right, so we can jump. I don't know if there's a way to fly. I kind of feel like there should be a way to fly. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Let me take a moment here. I'll look at the wiki and reacquaint myself with this armor. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, I just checked on the wiki, and I guess I was incorrect. I thought that this armor allowed you to fly and things like that, but no. Apparently, this is just upgraded diamond armor. So we can jump a little higher. We can run way faster. I don't know if there's any other things that this armor does. Looks like we can... We don't move through the water. Well, no, we do. We move through the water much faster, too. As long as we're not swimming. We can walk. That's pretty cool. Right on. All right, so I wanted to check out these tools because I don't remember how these things all work. So let's see. Yeah, there's the AoE safe mode, so we can turn this on. I believe this cancels the AoE if, like, you're going to attack a what do you call that? A tile entity or whatever, like a machine. Yeah, so it'll prevent that from happening. So you can increase the size from 1x1 to a 3x3. Okay. Well, that's bigger. Is there, I forget, is there a way that you can do that just by having the tool? Wasn't there like a scroll or a click or shift click? Okay, so shift right click changes the size from 1x1 to 3x3. Okay, well that's pretty cool. Yeah, and the items go directly into your inventory. I forgot about that. So we could put Silk Touch on there, and that would be essentially the same thing. So the shovel, I assume, is going to be kind of the same thing too. 1x1, 3x3. So yeah, we don't have to make ourselves one of the whatever, the Tinker's 3x3 shovels. So I think what we're gonna end up doing, yeah, this has a 20% attack damage by default plus 10% of the mob health. So I think the stronger the mob is, the stronger the sword is how that works. But what I think we're gonna end up doing is not really using any of this wyvern stuff. I just kind of wanted to check it out. It definitely looks different than the last time I used it. All these textures have been changed. It is quite different looking. Yeah, I think we're gonna pretty much not really use this armor, and we're gonna just upgrade it. Now I was looking at the upgraded armor for this, the upgraded recipes, I guess I should say, and they are pretty expensive. So for instance, if we wanted to go to the draconic pickaxe, we're going to need 2 full blocks of pure mana, 2 awakened cores, actually 3, and then we have to pour molten draconium on top of this third one here. Yeah, so we need like 3 terrasteel per, and a bunch of nether stars. We need the dense emerald ore, which we already took care of.
Let's go make that. Let's go make this one.
We need these awakened draconium blocks. Yeah, okay. So we got some stuff that we're still gonna have to do. The regular armor is similar. Does this prevent? Oh, no, I still cannot breathe underwater.
How do I make this?
That was gonna prevent that from happening. Okay, so this armor is okay. It's not the greatest. It's only the first tier. We definitely need to go to the awakened armor for sure. Let's look at the helmet just to be sure. Yeah, it's like the same recipe for all these different pieces. And then we have the Draconic Staff of Power, where we can combine all 3 of those into one tool of mass destruction. Yeah, I definitely want this thing. So respawning the dragon, a lot is in our future. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a lot of that primal mana, that's for sure, to make all of those mana blocks, or the pure mana blocks or whatever. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.
There, let's go here, let's grab these. Okay. Now this is supposed to... It doesn't even bring them to me, just
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So, let's take a look over at the last millennium. We were working on this last episode. And let's actually go over here. Yeah, we were looking at this last episode. We built a mob spawner over here, and we are killing wither skeletons. It's working fantastically. In fact, I should probably go down underneath and just check how many levels we have. 640 levels. It is working really, really well. Well, it's more than 640, but yeah. Anyway, so things that happened with this mob grind. We saw last episode that I went into my map here and I clicked a thing and I cleaned these chunks and then I chunk loaded it. Well, I went back to the base and I logged out and I restarted my local server that I play on or whatever.
It's actually not very useful.
You know, a few hours later after I've done rendering the video and doing all the things that I do, and we weren't collecting any more mob skulls, which is weird because this area is chunk loaded, or at least it said that it was. So I think there's something weird about this particular dimension, or maybe other dimensions outside of the overworld that don't automatically get loaded through this chunk loading system. So I'm gonna tell you guys about a problem that you should never do. So if you claim a chunk here, I'm not gonna do it, but if you have this chunk loaded here, you click to claim it, then you control click to chunk load it. If you have an area chunk loaded, do not put the world anchor in the same spot, because this will immediately crash the server, crash your game. You're gonna have to load it back up. It is not good. Yeah, I placed down that block thinking that the world anchor would solve the problem, and as soon as I placed it down, it said server closed, and I wasn't able to log back in again. So I had to reload the latest save for the last millennium, just dim negative 112, I think is what it is. Anyway, yeah, I was able to save all of my progress in the overworld, but yeah, I crashed the game, the world would not load. But yeah, we are now loading this with a world anchor from Railcraft, so we're doing the Ender Pearl thing, and each Ender Pearl lasts 12 hours, so it's gonna be chunk loaded for basically forever. Yeah, so we are now loading this with that world anchor, which keeps a 3x3 chunk area around it loaded. So this chunk, and then, you know, basically all the chunks surrounding, which is just fine for what we're doing here. I might move this over one more chunk, actually. It might be better if it's sat right here. But anyway, it'll be all fine for what we're doing here. Yeah, so don't chunk load an area with the map and then chunk load it again using the Railcraft world anchor. It's just not good. But anyway, all the skulls that we have, we are now up to about 9,000 wither skeleton skulls. And actually, I took 27 stacks, yeah, 9 times 3 wither skeleton skulls to our wither boss killing area, and I made a bunch of wither bosses and killed them all. So we're up to about 600 nether stars now. We got quite a lot of these, and that's going to last us for a while, which is great. I was looking at doing some mana steel because we need that for our new draconic evolution stuff. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So the awakened draconium blocks, yeah, these things, or I'm sorry, not the awakened draconium, it's like these, the awakened cores require the terra steel. So I was getting ready to get all that stuff done. I made a bunch of mana diamonds and mana pearls and mana steel, but we're not going to work on that just yet. I want to also show you guys one more thing that I've been doing down here. Now, last episode, yeah, it was a day late. That episode was supposed to go up on Valentine's Day, but there was a problem with YouTube. I don't know what the deal was. I, you know, upload the video the day before like I always do and set it to go live at noon my time like I always do. But it just didn't publish the subscriber feed, so I took it down and I uploaded it the next day. So that's why that video was a day late. Yeah, I also post that kind of information to my Twitter, so if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you should follow me there. The link is in the description. Yeah, anytime there's a problem with the video or you're wondering what happened to it, check there first. Anyway, since I had like an extra day, I was working on this bee stuff over here, and I decided to go with this kind of a layout for our bee room. So we got 12 hives per little section here, and we got 9 of those sections. So yeah, I think this is working pretty good, and I've taken time, and I've made a whole heck of a lot of bees. Like, I literally spent 10 hours or so just making bees and breeding them and all this stuff. So we got our Infinity Bee here, Industrious. Yeah, these are ones we've already seen before. Imperial.
Oh, yeah,
I made a Gelid Bee.
This
one makes Gelid Cryothium. We don't have to worry about that anymore. This one right here makes a whole lot of stuff. In fact, what we can do, if we go downstairs, we can kind of see how this is working. We have power that runs along underneath these hives, and it connects over to these fluctuating item ducts, and these take items and they also provide power to those hives. I decided it's really not worth doing the redstone signal, but anyway, yeah, it takes the items, put them down into these nether chests. If we take these things and we just stick these all to hives so they are not pulling items out of those hives, we can kind of see all the different things that these bees are making. But one of the crazy ones, this one right here, no, not this one. Not this one. This one. Look at this stuff that it makes. It makes 2 of these enduring combs, a and pulverized shiny metal, like every single tick. This thing is making a ridiculous amount of items. We don't really have a way to process all of these but a lot of these are just producing straight up items. Like this one's making the pyrotheum dust, which is pretty awesome. This one, I guess I just don't have a bee in there. We got ones that are making iron. We got ones making ferrous. We got ones making inbar. Yeah, lots of different ones. I don't have any silver or gold set up yet, but that's going to be in the future. This one right here is making glowstone, and these lux coins we can centrifuge to get these lux drops, which make energized glowstone. I don't know if that's going to be useful or not, but yeah, we have a way to collect that. And I made all of the, is it 16 different colored bees that make these different colored coins and make the colored honey drops. I did that because last episode I was making the portal to the last millennium and we needed all those different colors. And I was like, you know, I'm tired of looking for dyes. Oh, you know what? I need to turn all those things back on. Yeah, I'm tired of looking for dyes and crafting my own. I just want that to be automatic. So eventually we'll have this process and we'll have all those colored honey drops and I won't have to worry about that again. Maybe I'll just go ahead and set all these to ignored once again. And all these items go into our EP system or ME system like they should. Yeah, we got one here making coal. All sorts of anyway, yeah, that's what I ended up working on my day off, I guess. So another problem I saw, since we had all those bees down there and they produce a lot of flowers, we have flowers everywhere, and this is not something I'm a fan of. So the rocky bees that you get from like quarrying or whatever have a flower that they like called rocks. So yeah, if you set them to rocks, if there's, you know, a piece of stone nearby, they're happy. So what I did is I took all those bees and I changed them over to use rocks instead of flowers, so they won't produce any more flowers around, so I can go ahead and get rid of those and it won't be a problem going forward. Yeah, I saw this and was like, nope, we can't have this, especially these ones that make the withering effect, whatever those are called, I forget. Those are really annoying. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff that I've been working on and what I wanted to do. So last episode we did the wyvern armor, and we were looking at getting all this awakened stuff. So we need to spawn the dragon in a few times to get to this point, right? Yeah, the ritual of the draconic awakening is pretty expensive because we need, what, 4 charged blocks? 4 charged draconium blocks. Each of these require like 100 million RF or whatever it is. I don't know. And then, you know, 4 diamond blocks and all of that stuff. So I'd like to try and find a way where we don't have to do this. There is a dimlet. We can do an RF Tools world. There is a dimlet, if I can spell dragon, not dragum, that we can make dragon mobs. This seems pretty interesting to me. I don't know how we can get this, if this is one we just have to find, or if we can make this dimlet. If we can make it, that would be pretty interesting. So there is a syringe from RF Tools, and what you're supposed to do is use this syringe on mobs, and it'll take a little bit of their sample. I don't know if it's just like 1 click or if you have to do it like 10 times. I think I've done this before, but it's been so long I can't remember. Maybe I used it once before. Anyway, I want to make a syringe. I want to resurrect the RF Tools dragon, and I want to see if we can collect some samples from that and make our own dimension. That seems pretty awesome to me. So, I guess first things first, let's go ahead and make a syringe or 2 since these are pretty much inexpensive. Yeah, let's go and do that. I'll make some draconic blocks. We actually have the auto crafting recipe here. We need 4 of these, and then I just need to wait for those to charge up. So yeah, let me go ahead and put these on my bar, let these things charge up, and we will look at spawning in the dragon and then using these syringes and see if we can fill these up and make our own dimlet. So yeah, let me do that, and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so the draconic resurrection ritual is happening. Should be almost done here. Yeah, all the those little things went away. They've respawned. Now we got all the lightning happening. Lots of particles everywhere. Yeah, this thing explodes after a little bit, I think, so probably want to stay back. So much lightning. All right, here we go. Here are the particles going up into the sky. We should see the dragon here in a minute. Do it. There it is. Okay. And those particles linger for a little bit. So can we use this thing to attack the dragon?
Where's all this shit?
Press shift. Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. Yeah, it has 50%. Come here, dragon. Let me attack you. Where are we at now? We're at 90%. All right, so we just got to hit it a few times. Whoop, come here. Come here. Come here, little fella. So much better if I could just shoot this thing and not have to fly around. Maybe I could just stand still and let it fly to me. That might be better, because it seems to like want to fly away from me. Yeah, now it's turning around. Catch it. All right, are we full? All right, mob dragon essence level 100. Cool. All right, so let's shoot this thing, take it down. Nice. So I don't have any stuff right now to turn to the awakened, so I'm just gonna let that heart drop. I think that'll be fine. And we'll just do the resurrection ritual later on. Yeah, I'll let the heart drop, I'll collect this thing, and then we will look at making a dragon dimlet. All right, guys, so we got the dimlet workbench. Here we go. Oh, it contains all the stuff I left in there previously. Advanced energy, what? How does it have, did it not use this stuff when I made that dimlet? I never even looked. I guess I left some of this stuff here, huh? So anyway, I have a mob enderman dimlet. Let's see, maybe it just uses the type and the material. All right, well, we're gonna do a mob enderman dimlet since I don't really care about enderman. And yeah, we, so anyway, we'll just go ahead and extract this stuff. So we need, where is it? I guess the dimlet mob type controller. This is the part that we need. And then we need the material, so we're gonna do that. And does this not work? Huh. Advanced energy, advanced memory. Control circuit rarity 4, that's the problem. Okay, so we're gonna use this liquid molten silver dimlet. Let's go ahead and extract that out. That's a rarity 6, probably never gonna want molten molten silver. We also have a molten gold one that's a rarity 6. All right, there we go. So there's a mob dragon dimlet. Cool. So you used all the parts that time. I don't know why there were those parts there before. Huh, that is really weird. Anyway, so we have the mob dragon dimlet. So the next thing is I want to make like a flat world. Yeah, I don't know how this works. Do mobs spawn in the daylight? Do they spawn at nighttime? I don't know anything about this. So I guess I'll just make some kind of a world real quick. We will put the mob dragon in there and we will be right back. All right, guys, well, I got a lot of these different bits and pieces put together, made myself an empty dimension tab. Let's go over what we're doing. So we're doing material default, liquid default, terrain flat, controller single, biome plains, sky normal day, sky normal night, sky normal fog, sky body none, mob dragon dimlet, effect none, feature none, structure none. I'm not gonna put this to a noon or a daylight always dimension because I don't know if dragons spawn during the daytime or at nighttime, or it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna leave it so we have a day-night cycle just in case. So we're gonna call this Thar Be Dragons Store. All right, so what does this thing cost? Creation cost 16,000 RF per tick and about 11,000 RF to keep it, maintain it. That's fine. Our quarry finished a while ago, so there really is no reason to have our quarry dimension loaded. So let us go ahead and put this in, turn this into a powered dimension. Yeah, we're just gonna have to process here for a minute. Let's wait for this to happen, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, the dimension has been made. Everything is powered. I know this place looks messy. I really should do something with these. Yeah, the RB Dragons is completely powered up. Yeah, it's holding steady. I think we're good. We just need to set this thing. Yeah, we're dialing from home. We're going to the RB Dragons. Let's go ahead and dial. Dial OK. I did put this phased field generator on my hotbar. As people have pointed out to me, this thing will only be charged by my Wyvern flux capacitor. Yeah, if it's my held item or, you know, it's on the hotbar somewhere. So being over here, it'll, you know, keep me alive for 1 million RF. But yeah, realistically, we need it down here on the hotbar in case something goes wrong. So, you know, we have a long time to be there. So anyway, let's check out the RB Dragons.
Okay. What are these? These are the ones I got from the corners?
Oh, man. Okay, so right away there's like 4 of these guys. All right, so that's pretty awesome. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Wait, what? Wait, why did we get sent here to the end? Oh, did I go through a portal? Maybe I went through a portal or something. All right, you know what? I didn't set a waypoint thingy to get back there. Uh-oh. Well, hopefully we can still go there and the dragons didn't destroy our teleporter thingy. Let's go again. Let's make sure this thing says dial OK. We'll try and dial it again. Dial once, dial. It says it's okay. All right, so let's go back. I'm not sure why we got kicked out of there. Oh yeah, there's multiple different ones of these. I must have just went down into one.
Oh, that's way better than these. Yeah, we'll throw these away.
Stupid. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that down. I don't know how loud it is for you guys, but it's like super loud and constantly repeating in my headphones. So what this is gonna do is allow us to get every single dragon egg that we would ever want and every single heart that we'd ever want. So yeah, we should be able to make that draconium ore like really quickly. Oh man, this is so good. How many hearts do we have? We haven't collected a single heart yet. So why am I not collecting that heart? I can see it.